by your new white smile. Try it risk-free and get free shipping and handling today. Dial 1-800-204-1201.
In news, I'm Calvin Wright. It's been almost a year since a 27.
And now play the sport jingle.
The action's right here with the Tigers. Tiger Sports on KUSH. The 1 to 2, your choice is clear.
The game you're looking for is here.
With your local sports connection. Full news, scores, and play-by-play.
Action at home or away.
Right here with the Tigers. Tiger Sports on KUSH.
1600 KUSH. Welcome back to Cushing Tiger football from Odell Field here in Cushing. 55 degrees at game time with the wind coming out of the north. Cloudy night tonight. The Cushing Tigers enjoying their homecoming tonight as the Cushing Tigers will be taking on the Berryhill Chiefs, who come in ranked for the first time in the top 10 this week. They are ranked number 10 in 3A, so Cushing going to get a chance to test their mettle against a top 10 team, and we should have quite the contest tonight. Of course, last week, the Tigers had no trouble whatsoever with the Bristow Purple Pirates, winning 41-0. And we saw some really outstanding plays to include some long passes, some 94-yard touchdown return, several guys running the ball. The team had 314 yards total running the ball last week, and that was among several different players. So we're going to have a chance to watch some of those same players tonight. Of course, Guy Parker ran 7 times for 98 yards last week. And then Josh Houchins also had a pretty good night, 9 runs for 45 yards. And England Honeybus was a nice surprise last week. Of course, Honeybus is a sophomore wide receiver. He had a couple catches for 49 yards. And Cushing's quarterback, Ian Jones, 4 for 7 for 58 yards. So a nice offensive night for the Tigers last week. And, of course, they were able to hold the Bristow Purple Pirates to no points. So a very nice defensive stand for the Cushing Tigers last week. Quite the game tonight. We are about 25 minutes from game time. The homecoming activities are taking place here on the field. And we will be back to tell you about the Berryhill Chiefs in just a couple of minutes. You are listening to Cushing Tiger Football on 1600 KUSH.
Producers here in the Oklahoma oil patch need low-pressure gas service to help assure their oil production, especially if they're operating stripper wells. Well, that's most everybody. Keystone Gas Corporation offers the low-pressure gas services that producers need across the Cushing field. And they know how important natural gas sales are to the industry's economics. Producers need to know there is an option with fair pricing, the best service, and people who truly care. Call Keystone Gas for an evaluation of your natural gas sales today at 918-352-2443. That's 918-352-2443. Or write us at info@keystonegas.com. See our website, keystonegas.com. Keystone Gas Corporation. Oklahoma owned and Oklahoma proud.
Are you kind of getting the itch to make the switch to the Bank of Cushing? It's not without its rewards. The Bank of Cushing offers an unparalleled ease of doing business. Because we're locally owned and all decisions are made promptly here at home by people that know you and want to help, We're established and solid and on the grow, now with 2 locations in Cushing. Our home team is the best in town, friends, in terms of knowledge, experience, friendliness, and professionalism. If you're a newcomer to our growing community, or you're unhappy with your present bank for whatever reason, come on in, look us over, ask some questions, get to know the home team. You're going to like what you see. We are locally owned and thoroughly invested in our community. Go with the home team.
With community pride and family ties, with local ownership through and through. Bank of Cushing supports the home team. Let the home team win for you.
2 locations in Cushing, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Automobiles roll in the homecoming court, and it's a breezy night here. The American flag's not up yet because the national anthem hasn't happened, but when it was up, the flag was blowing straight south. So I'm not going to call it bitter. I'm going to call it a chippy wind coming out of the north across the field. And, of course, the homecoming court with their bare-shouldered dresses, they're kind of huddled out there on the field, trying to get the football players to block the wind a little bit to make it not so cold. We're back. My name is Hugh Foley. I'm your announcer for this evening, and alongside me is Aaron Kelly. Good evening, Aaron. How you doing? Oh, I think we're going to be all right. We've got a good contest in front of us here this evening, and we're looking forward to a good game. Should have some outstanding well, I was going to say outstanding kicking tonight, and that may sound kind of odd, but the Berryhill kicker comes in. He's a highly rated kicker. He's done really well last year, and he's been getting some college recruiting, so both on his kickoffs, his extra points, and not shy about kicking field goals at all. So last week I see he hit a 39-yarder, and in the high school game, that's a good distance from around here. Of course, the wind may have some impact on that particular situation. The Berryhill Chiefs football squad scored 25 points last week and limited Glenpool to 15 in their non-league opener last Friday. The Chiefs now have a 1-0 record as they come into the game here, and as I mentioned earlier, they are ranked number 10 in the state by the Daily Oklahoman, and this is their first week to be in the top 10. So we saw that Cushing could play some ball last week against Bristow, but we're going to see how they can hang with number 10 Berryhill tonight. And of course, as we look towards some of the players that will be watching out for this evening on the Berryhill Chieftains, last week the senior leadership of Chad Dillard and Ty Walker really seemed to be the core of the offense. Number 7, Chad Dillard, the senior running back, had 115 yards rushing last week. And the quarterback, he's Ty Walker, number 10, rushed for 59 yards and also passed for 89 yards. So 148 total yards for Ty Walker. I'm sure we'll be calling his name a lot this evening. And another player that a lot of folks have noted is Seth Hassenplug, number 45. He's a senior running back and linebacker. And not only did he lead the team in tackles last week with 11, well, actually tied with Ty Walker, the quarterback. They both go both ways. So 11 tackles for Hassenplug and 11 tackles for Walker. So they are really the core of the defense, along with Chad Dillard, who had 9 tackles last week. So it seems like Dillard, Hassenplug, and Walker are really the senior leadership on this team, both offensively and defensively. So we'll be watching them all night long. Hassenplug also had a sack last week, and I'll also mention that, what was I going to say, Justin Dunn is the senior kicker who had a field goal last week and a couple of extra points, so we'll be paying attention to him this evening as well. So it should be a pretty good contest tonight. I'm looking forward to it, and we'll say again, this is just my second game here calling the Cushing Tigers, and we mentioned your dad, Sean Kelly, last week. I feel like I just got to bring him up again because he was in the box here for 20 years, and it's just a real privilege to be here to be calling the game when ordinarily he would have been here had things not transpired as they did. So it's nice to have you here, Aaron, as we keep this tradition going here in the box, and we're going to have an enjoyable season as we go through Cushing Tiger football 2014. We appreciate all the calls and messages that we got last week, kind of encouraging calls and a couple of suggestions. So we'll be incorporating those suggestions tonight and try and bring you a good broadcast here. So the homecoming court still rolling out on the field. We'll take a 3-minute timeout and come back on 1600 KUSH. You are listening to Cushing Tiger football.
Dr. Robert Mullins at Natural Choice Chiropractic invites you to enjoy better health naturally. Natural Choice Chiropractic is focused on healing techniques that are non-invasive in nature. To help achieve your goal of optimum health, call Dr. Mullins today at 918-225-1973. That's 918-225-1973. Or visit his website at naturalchoicechiropractic.net.
When you walk into Baker Pharmacy at 1022 East Cherry, you'll notice right away they're not selling groceries or electronics like some so-called pharmacies do. That's because Baker Pharmacy is dedicated to being an integral part of your medical team. When it comes to prescriptions and medical supplies, you'll find everything you need. More importantly, you'll find a staff of professionals dedicated to getting you what your doctor ordered. So if you need high-priced potato chips or off-brand electronics, go ahead and check out the other stores. But when it comes to your good health, it's Baker Pharmacy across from Cushing Regional Hospital.
Fechner Pump and Supply has been serving the oil and gas industry for almost 32 years. They have an extensive inventory of parts, pumps, polypipe, and stainless steel. Fechner Pump and Supply has 2 locations, one in Cushing at 1402 North Little, and in Elva. They take pride in providing high-quality supplies, equipment, and repairs. With on-site delivery available 24 hours, John Fechner and the staff are dedicated to striving for a high standard their customers can depend on. Call 918-225-7867. Fechner Pump and Supply.
Whether it's individual, couples, and family counseling for mental health and or substance abuse issues, Graves Community Counseling at 402 East Moses in Cushing can help. With services such as DUI assessments, drug and alcohol and mental health assessments, Nicole Graves would like to join you on your journey towards strength and well-being. Call Graves Community Counseling at 918-285-6268 or visit her website at gravescommunitycounseling.com.
Whether your business is local or global, Intertech can ensure your products meet quality health, environmental, safety, and social accountability standards for virtually any market. Intertech goes beyond testing, inspecting, and certifying products. Intertech helps customers improve performance, gain efficiencies, overcome market constraints, and reduce risk. For more than 130 years, companies have depended on Intertech to ensure the quality and safety of their products, processes, and systems. For more information, call 1-888-400-0084 or visit intertech.com.
What are you made of? Different paths have all led us to one common point here at Meridian Technology Center. Family and friends, dreams and desires, all these make us who we are. This is my time to make my mark, my imprint. If you love what you're doing, it's never work. Your passion can come to life. I'm a success story, and at Meridian, they focus on making success stories one person at a time. Who says you have to be defined? After all, I'm Meridian Made.
Become Meridian Made at Meridian Technology Center in Stillwater.
Which I believe they said Hannah Lake Beck is her name. We'll try and get that for you a little bit later on, so we're absolutely sure what we're telling you here this evening. And the homecoming queen, of course, is a big moment for that young lady. And so that moment going on here at
one person at a time. Who says you have to be defined?
Between the Berryhill Chiefs and the Cushing Tigers, the homecoming king is number 8, Trey Carruthers. He's a senior wide receiver and defensive back. So, oh, he just gave her a little hug. So, all right. So instead, we thought it was just going to be a little hug, and sure enough, he was able to give her a kiss there. So everything seems to be as it should be.
Our 2014 homecoming ceremony. Good luck, Tiger!
All right, well, we got that taken care of, Aaron. it's always an exciting moment in a young person's life when they're involved in that sort of thing. And then you're the homecoming queen forever. Not just till next year, but forever. You are the homecoming queen. And you're mentioning a couple of interesting facts about some of the Berryhill Chiefs players. Some of the ones I'd mentioned as ones to look out for. Chad Dillard, you mentioned that he's getting over 7 yards a carry every time he touches the ball. Well, it's just, of course, based on one game, but still, that's impressive.
Last week in he was 16 touches, 115 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Woo!
That's over 7 yards a carry.
Oh, so he's going to be one to watch out for this evening. And Ty Walker seems to be an accurate passer. 80% of his passes complete, you said, so we'll be looking out for his arm. And, of course, the Cushing Tiger defense and rush may have something to say about that as well. Andrew Harmon, who's just a sophomore, really came on last week, both on the offensive line, defensive line, opened up some nice holes for the running backs, and also put some good pressure on the Bristow quarterback. So we'll be looking out for him as well. And one name we'll be calling a lot is Seth Hassenplug. He's the senior running back and linebacker, and he had a good week last week.
He had 11 solo tackles and 1 sack.
Yeah, we're going to watch it. I'm sure they'll be looking out for him. And we're just about to our national anthem, so we'll just let that go.
Also accompanied tonight for American Legion 108, Scott Cornow, the captain of the United States Air Force from 1967 to 1971. Air Force Commendation Medal, Director EOT, Air Force, Korea. Mr. Scott Cornow. And also
some veterans being introduced here this evening.
1968, served
Cushing graduates, the local post 108 here in Cushing of the American Legion.
Farrell Kleckner.
Part of the flag-bearing team tonight that are hoisting the flag.
Standing, please remove all caps and hats.
And so now we will have our national anthem played by the Cushing High School Band.
America with the playing of our national anthem.
And the flag raised gallantly by the Cushing American Legion. Number 108. Nice job by the Cushing High School Band rendering the national anthem here this evening. And a little windy. You could hear it on that mic we have stuck out the window to get some of the crowd noise. It's really blowing. So the flag there on the north end of the field is really whipping tonight. And we are about 9 minutes away from our game. So we'll come back and tell you a little bit more. Let's take another break before we get ready for kicking off the Cushing Tigers and the Berryhill Chiefs on 1600 KOSH. You're listening to Cushing Tiger Football.
Hey, this is Cap from Cap's Barbecue, and we're opening a new barbecue joint in Cushing at 2320 East Main. Daily specials, including a daily lunch special for only $6.99. Family dinners for 2 and for 4. Open 7 days a week in Okmulgee and Tulsa, and coming this fall to Cushing. Come in and watch the games on the big screen. Be sure to check out our website, capsbbq.com, and like us on Facebook. We're Caps Barbecue. Our meat melts in your mouth.
Founded in 1921, the Cushing Country Club, located at 4615 East 9th Street in Cushing, is the place to be for golfing, playing, or dining. They're open 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. You can enjoy lunch or dinner in the dining room with a beautiful view of the golf course. Be sure to join the Cushing Country Club on the third Thursday with John Cooper and a special monthly guest. To find out more about the Cushing Country Club, call them at 918-225-0811.
The action's right here with the Tigers. Tiger Sports on KUSH. The action's right here with the Tigers. Tiger Sports on KUSH.
Odell Field for the Cushing Tigers and Berryhill Chiefs, and it looks like everything's going okay. Passing a word on here to Aaron, so I'll let him figure out what he needs to do with that as we get started here with about 7 minutes left. I'll tell you a little bit more about Berryhill. We know a lot about our Cushing Tigers, but just kind of learning about Berryhill after some study this week. We heard about Ty Walker and his very good arm. He threw for 1,706 yards last year and also ran for over 700 yards. So that's a lot of yards for one player in the high school game. Almost 2,400 yards total offense. He's joined in the backfield by Chad Dillard, who's a 5'10", 175 senior. And Dillard had almost 1,000 yards last year on just 132 carries. And that's what you're talking about, him having over 7.5 last week against Glenpool. Berryhill has a strong weapon on defense, as I was mentioning earlier, or on offense, I was mentioning earlier, and that's the kicker, Justin Dunn. He's attempted 22 field goals and put 20 through. So he's 20 for 22, which is very good for any kicker, especially a high school kicker. And that can be a big boost for a team late in the game. You know, you need 3 or 1 or 2 or something. It's nice to have a good kicker who can have that kind of accuracy. And, of course, tonight, if they're kicking north, that will be an extra challenge with the wind. And, of course, that was an issue last week for the Cushing Tigers. One point they'd missed 3 point afters, 2 off to the left, really looked like more on the kicker. And then the third one looks like there was a little breakdown in the special teams line there. And so it kind of hurried the kicker. And as a result of that, he missed that third one. I think he finally hit the fourth one was how it all went. And that was Mr. Bosworth. Sean Bosworth, number 65, is the kicker for Cushing. So we'll see if they've improved over the week on their special teams play. And then we get to Seth Hassenplug, who is 5'11", 205. Not even 6 feet, but carrying a little over 200 pounds. And not only does he call the signals for the Berryhill Chiefs in the backfield, the defensive backfield, the linebacker position, he will also be running the ball some on the other side. And as we mentioned earlier, it's really those 3 big seniors who are the core of the Berryhill Chieftains. Chad Dillard, Ty Walker, and Seth Hassenplug. And a minute ago, I mentioned the wrong offensive lineman. I meant to mention number 64 on the Cushing Tigers, and that is Colton Ferris, who's a senior offensive lineman and defensive lineman. We saw him in on a number of plays last week, and I think I mentioned the number 64's name that's on the Chiefs, and so I want to make sure I got that straightened out. 64 is Colton Ferris, and I know we're going to be hearing, well, see, that's the thing. If you're an offensive lineman, you don't get your name called as much unless you do something wrong. I mean, you know. That's right. And, of course, it's up to you. A lot of the dirty work happens right there in the trenches. And so that's kind of how we're operating this tonight is keeping a close eye on the offensive, defensive line, as well as following the ball around. And we're looking forward to a good game here tonight. The teams have yet to come out on the field. We're going to take one more 2-minute break, and then we will come back for our opening kickoff of the Cushing Tigers and the Berryhill Chiefs. You're listening to Cushing Tiger Football on 1600 KUSH.
Hey, this is Cap from Cap's Barbecue, and we're opening a new barbecue joint in Cushing at 2320 East Main. Daily specials, including a daily lunch special for only $6.99. Family dinners for 2 and for 4. Open 7 days a week in Okmulgee and Tulsa, and coming this fall to Cushing. Come in and watch the games on the big screen. Be sure to check out our website, capsbbq.com, and like us on Facebook. We're Cap's Barbecue. Our meat melts in your mouth.
Founded in 1921, the Cushing Country Club, located at 4615 East 9th Street in Cushing, is the place to be for golfing, playing, or dining. They're open 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. You can enjoy lunch or dinner in the dining room with a beautiful view of the golf course. Be sure to join the Cushing Country Club on the third Thursday with John Cooper and a special monthly guest. To find out more about the Cushing Country Club, call them at 918-225-0811.
One of the worst things you can do to your car's engine is not changing the oil regularly, and many people think they're too busy to do it regularly. Max Quick Lube gets you in and out quick. It's just not the same. It's what they do. Max Quick Lube, conveniently located at 1308 East Main, with no appointment necessary. For an oil change on the run, stop by Max Quick Lube. Call 918-225-0361 for more information.
Do you have the look? Get the look. The Legacy Cleaners look. Legacy Cleaners and Laundry in Cushing is proud of their customer service and take the utmost care with all of your garments. Open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Saturday 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. for your convenience. Give Legacy Cleaners a call at 918-225-6060 or go by 121 West Oak in Cushing. Get the look, the Legacy look.
The action's right here with the Tigers. Tiger Sports on KUSH.
Berryhill coming back on the field. I see the Cushing Tigers working their way onto the field, getting ready to run through the Spirit line. Looks like we'll have a good evening here tonight of Cushing Tiger football. And we want to remind you of our sponsors of Cushing Tiger football. That's American Welding Supply, Baker Pharmacy, Bank of Cushing, Basic Energy, Central Tech, Hillcrest Hospital in Cushing, JLT Corporation, Keystone Gas Corporation, Max Quick Lube, Nafe's Deli and Grill, Natural Choice Chiropractic, Cap's Barbecue, Stillwater Medical, Edward Jones, Pawnee Nation College, Stone Wolf Casino, RCB Bank, Legacy Cleaners, Palmer Marlar Funeral Home, Meridian Tech, and Davis Dental. And we want to remind you that you can watch the game tonight on our stream at 1600KUSH.com or citylink.com/Cushing. Captains meeting at the center of the field, standing on the Tiger logo. Referee getting ready to flip the coin to see who will get to defer or accept the opening kick. Captain's telling the ref who's going to be calling the coin toss. Berryhill running out to the north side of the field. Cushing Tigers and their fans ready to come in on the south field. Captains for Cushing, Garrett Hunt, Matthew Clift, Levi Murray, and Blake Burden. There we have the flip. Somebody's calling it. Looks like Cushing won it. Cushing won the flip. They are deferring to the second half. So Cushing will kick it to Berryhill, and Berryhill will get to open the game here this evening. Berryhill will choose Cushing will choose the north side. They're going to take the wind in the first quarter. Smart move there. So Berryhill and their kicker will have to be kicking into the wind as they get the game going here this evening. Warm-ups going, some AC/DC in the background. People bundled up because we have 55 degrees here as of just a couple of minutes ago. And we'll also let you know that our brother team is over in Drumright. No, I'm sorry, they're in Porter tonight, bringing you the Drumright Tornado game. So you can catch that on citylink.com/Drumright. Here come the Cushing Tigers, and carrying both the Cushing Tiger flag and a "Don't Tread on Me" flag. That's kind of interesting. Your early American history flag there with the big coiled snake. Almost became the national flag until Betsy Ross was tasked with the stars and bars. So interesting to see Cushing Tigers running out with that at the front of the line as they come out on the field. So still 54 degrees. So we dropped 2 degrees just so we've been here in the last 30 minutes. So it's a little nippy out here. Fans wearing hats and parkas and pullovers, lining up and getting ready for the next stage here this evening of tonight's game, which will be the kickoff. Of course, that'll be Sean Bosworth kicking the ball off for the Cushing Tigers tonight. And we're happy to be here on 1600 KUSH for Cushing Tiger football. Should be a nice evening, and our cameraman Matt Nichols up in the crow's nest where I know it's kind of chilly up there. We have a nice little breeze in here this evening. It's not too cold in the press box, and of course our technical director Joyce Abrams back at the station should be nice and toasty, taking care of business back there. So with all that, we are lined up and ready for game 2 of the 2014 Cushing football season. And number 65, Sean Bosworth, kicking off tonight. Back deep, number 5, Braden Bradshaw, and number 12, Bradley Davis to return. And there's the kick, a very short kick, fielded at the 43-yard line by number 28, Daniel Bryan. Not much of a cook there, so Cushing Tigers either were trying to catch him off guard or the kicker got under the ball a little bit is what it looked like, because he had the wind, and so that ball should have gone a little further than that. So Tigers still having some special teams issues. Berryhill will have 1st and 10 on the 42-yard line. And lining up will be Ty Walker in the shotgun formation. Since Chad Dillard in motion, takes off across the middle, stopped for a second, and tracked down with a nice tackle by number 2, Kyler Patterson. Backup quarterback, defensive back. Jumped in there and grabbed Ty Walker for a 3-yard loss. They'll have 2nd down and 13 from the 38-yard line. Walker takes the snap, fakes a handoff up the middle, throws a quick flare over the left side to number 8, Trey Carruthers, who picks up a good 11 yards, maybe right at 11 yards. And that will make a 3rd down and 2 from right at midfield. The ball sitting squarely on the 50-yard line. A stripe on the football on either side of the stripe. Walker in the backfield now. Shotgun formation. Only Chad Dillard behind him, which he gives the ball to Dillard over the right side. Dillard fights his way through for about 4 yards and is pulled down by Levi Herron at the Tigers' 46-yard line. That'll be a 1st down and 10 for Berryhill. who comes right back up to the line. Not taking any. Walker in the shotgun formation. He's going to hand off again to Dillard, who gets wrapped up by a host of Tigers at about the Tigers' 45-yard line. Might have picked up a yard or two. So we will have a 2nd down and 9 from the Tigers' 45-yard line. Berryhill back up to the 45-yard line. Center grabs the ball, flips it back to the quarterback, and Dillard again running up the middle. There's one of those 7.5, 8-yard runs that he was doing last week against Glenpool. That'll bring up a 3rd down and short, maybe about 1.5 yards. Ball's on the 43-yard line of the Cushing Tigers. Yep. So there again we see Walker take the snap, and they're just going to keep running Chad Dillard right up the middle. I don't think he quite got over. Well, it's going to be really close. Really close to 1st down. And it looks like he leaned forward and maybe fell across the marker, but perhaps that was after his forward motion was stopped, and so they're going to call it 4th down. Oh, they're giving him 1st down there. So that'll be a 1st and 10 on the Tigers' 36-yard line. A quick play call right up to the line. Walker and Dillard in the backfield. Walker the quarterback, Dillard the running back. Another handoff to Dillard, right back up the middle. That'll be about another 3 yards, so we might call that 2nd and 7 from the Tigers' 33. Berryhill just chewing up the yards with a hearty ground and pound game right up the middle. And they are running over Jamie Harrington, who's a senior offensive lineman at the center position. That time they go left. And that's number 34. Makes a nice little stop there. Levi Murray grabbed a hold of the running back and would not let him go. Kind of slowed him down a little bit. So bring up a 3rd down for Berryhill. They are at the Tigers' 26-yard line. Walker with 2 men in the backfield now, and will take it himself around the right side and will pick up the 1st down. So that'll be 1st and 10 for Berryhill from the Cushing Tigers' 39-yard line. Now we haven't really seen, I guess there's just been one pass so far on this drive. Well, now we have 5 receivers out. 3 split to the left, 2 split to the right. Dillard comes in motion. Quick pass to the right. Could have been a fumble as the pass was behind the line of scrimmage, and he did. Are they calling that? Yeah. Okay. Well, they're going to call that an incompletion then, so that'll make 2nd down and 10. A little misdirection there as they faked the run to Dillard, number 7, who's been plowing through the line all evening so far, and then flung it out to the left. Now Walker will roll right with a quick pass to the sideline. A nice catch by number 5, who bounces his feet right at the sideline, and then his momentum carries him out of bounds. But he did get a foot down, so that'll make a 3rd down and 2 from the Cushing Tigers' 16-yard line. Berryhill right back up to the line. Walker hands off to Dillard again, who breaks over the right side and will score. So that will put the Berryhill Chiefs up 6-0 with 7:44 left in the 1st quarter. And big hole there on the right side. Berryhill coming right up the line, snapping it just like you say, and taking off. Here's Justin Dunn, the heralded kicker for Berryhill, and that is a nice kick. Put it right through the uprights. Landed way out there by the running track. So that's 7 for Berryhill. Let's see if Cushing can answer with their own high-powered offense. We'll be back on 1600 KUSH. You're listening to Cushing Tiger Football.
Stillwater Surgical Associates, a division of Stillwater Medical Center, is pleased to announce that our board-certified surgeons offer the latest minimally invasive techniques for a wide variety of diseases, including gallbladder, hernia, colon and breast cancer, heartburn, and reflux disease. Some procedures using the Da Vinci robot can reduce your recovery time, enhancing your surgical experience. Doctors Baker, Pelzel, Pence, and Vaughn provide emergency surgical and trauma services 7 days a week. Visit us at stillwatersurgicalassociates.com or call 405-533-1074.
Central Tech connects employers to job seekers in the Central Tech District with a new online employment service. So if you're looking for a new job, or if your company has job openings to post, then check out the new employment service on centraltech.edu. Central Tech, a member of the Oklahoma Career Tech System, fulfilling the mission, a job for every Oklahoman and workforce for every company. Again, Central Tech employment services can be found by visiting centraltech.edu.
And we're back. Just missed the kickoff there. A nice kick that did get hung up on the wind. And Josh Houchins, sorry about that. Good return up to the Cushing 40-yard line. And the Tigers will take over there at their own 40. Coming up to the line. Tigers with the diamond formation. 2 men on either side of the quarterback, one behind him. There's a quick handoff over the right side to Guy Parker, who actually it was Parker who returned that kick. About good 20 yards. Now the Tigers at the 40, we'll call it the 45.5-yard line with a second down and 4.5 to go. Tigers bunched up in kind of a jumbo formation. That's a design quarterback run, which picks up a couple of yards. It's going to be Ian Jones running up the middle there. And I'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 from the Tigers' 47-yard line. All right, the announcer says 2. It's really more like 2.5 or so, according to where the markers are. Quarterback takes the shotgun snap, rolling left, looking downfield, and hits number 8. That is Blake Burton, the senior wide receiver. And we will call that a 20-yard pickup for a Cushing Tiger first down, putting the ball on Berryhill's 34-yard line. Officially an 18-yard catch. Quarterback takes the snap, hands off over the right side. That's Josh Houchins, who rambles forward for about 5 yards. Question is, will either defense be able to stop the other offense? So far, neither defense has really been able to corral these powerful offenses. Second down and 4 from the Berryhill 29-yard line. Jones takes the ball, and the quarterback keeper looks like he will get across the first down marker, and that will be, oh, they're going to call that a 3rd down, so he didn't quite make it. Right at the 25-yard line. First down marker is at the 24.5 maybe, so we'll call that a 3rd down and short, perhaps just about a yard to go. Half yard to go, let's call that. Ian Jones, quarterback, takes the snap in the shotgun, hands off to Houchins over the middle, who picks up the first down and about 5 more. Up to the Berryhill 20-yard line. First down and 10 for Cushing. Nice mix of runs to the running back, quarterback keepers, and that nice 19-yard pass. So good diversity from the Tigers so far here on this first drive. Another handoff over the right side. And that was Dakota Lee, brought down very quickly by a Berryhill Chief. And that will bring up a 2nd down and 10 from the Berryhill 20-yard line. Tigers lining up, no huddle whatsoever, taking their cues from the sideline. Ian Jones, quarterback, takes a shotgun snap. Another design quarterback keeper. He'll go over the right side, dragging a couple of tacklers with him, and gets down to roughly the 11-yard line. And one of the Berryhill players jumped on it. I think he was already down almost. Maybe there was a line judge right there looking at it, but potential for unnecessary roughness on that particular play, but they're going to let that one go. So timeout on the field to bring in the chains to get an official measurement. Very close. Ball right on the 10-yard line. Again, the stripe of the football on either side of the yard line. Penalty-free game so far. Just 4 minutes left. And not a penalty flag has been thrown yet. And looking very closely. It must be really close. I mean, within an inch. It's got to be close. Oh, they're going to give it to him. 1st down and 10 for the Cushing Tigers. And they'll have that 1st and 10 from right on the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal. So they'll have a set of downs here to try and get it into the end zone. That must have been really close down there. The referee bent right over and looked at the ball's nose up close to that 1st down marker. The chain gang working their way off the field. A referee waiting for that to happen before he signals the clock to go, which he does. Tigers lined up, ready to go. Ian Jones in the shotgun formation. He's got Josh Houchins right behind him. Hands the ball off to Houchins over the left side, who makes it to the 5, to the 4, and he's brought down by a whole big pile of Berryhill players. And that'll be 2nd down and goal from the 5. So now we have a 2nd and goal from the right at the 5-yard line. And there we see Ian Jones telling Houchins in the backfield maybe what he should be doing. And there we have Jones taking the shotgun. Finally some laundry on the field from the far side line judge. We're going to call that illegal procedure, some motion up front on the part of Cushing. We'll push them back 5 yards and make it 2nd. Well, that'll still be 2nd down and 10. So our 2nd and goal. Still have 10 yards to go to get in the end zone. We'll try that one again. Ian Jones, quarterback, again in the shotgun formation. Kevin Beeler to his right. Josh Houchins behind him. Houchins gets the ball over the right side. He's the 5, the 4, the 3, down to about the 2.5-yard line. Quick run over the right side. Another flag down. And Tigers acting in disgust. A hold on the Cushing Tigers. Will push the ball back. And that'll be a 10-yard penalty, and so we'll go with 2nd and goal again, but from the 20 this time.
2nd down, 20.
Jones again in the backfield. Corey Wiley back there with him. Looks like passing formation. 3 receivers split left, and he hands it to Wiley. Quick handoff over the middle. I think, that the thinking there is that Berryhill's looking pass, and Wiley gets it over the middle. That'll bring up a third down and goal from the Berryhill 17-yard line. Houchins is Jones backfield, throwing the fade to the corner. That's for England Honeybus, who makes the catch, but it looks like that's going to be interference. Made the catch out of the back of the end zone. The referee's talking now, and they may be calling that. We'll see what happens. Interference. A nice fade pass right back to the flag, the corner of the end zone, and it was really up for grabs there. But Honeybus, he's got a long reach and pulled it in, but was not in bounds. However, perhaps he was being interfered with. That's right, interference on Berryhill. Well, that just fixes everything right up for the Tigers. That should be a first down. So the referee's talking as to what they are going to do, marking it off. We're hearing they'll take it to about the 8-yard line. Interference on Berryhill. So they'll give them half the distance to the goal, and it's third down. So not an automatic first down. And Cushing will have the ball on their own, on Berryhill's 7 or 8 yard line. And the Tigers will go with a full backfield diamond formation. When I say that, that's 2 running backs on either side of the quarterback and 1 directly behind him. An official calling timeout, wanting to discuss something with the other officials. Now we're seeing the chain gang with a first down on their marker. They're going to discuss it now and try and figure it out. Ian Jones comes over to the sideline. I don't think it's quite enough time for a timeout, so we'll just keep it here until we figure out what's going on. Okay, fine. They flipped it over now, and now it's third down. Okay, the referee's got it together now. So we'll go third and goal from the 8-yard line. A lot of bouncing around here. Just, we started at the 10. So we're now at Berryhill's 8-yard line. And the Tigers come up to the line. That's Ian Jones. He'll take the shotgun snap, fake the handoff to Houchins. A pass over the left side to Guy Parker. Tigers roaring. Touchdown, Cushing. That score will bring the Tigers back to within 1, and here comes the point after. And it looks like they've worked on that all week. A nice kick. That ties the score 7-7. We got a ball game here, folks. You're listening to Cushing Tiger Football on 1600 KUSH.
Whether it's in-house, shop-built, or field-erected, Moore Iron and Steel is your custom storage tank fabricator and contractor. For over the past 10 years, the guys at Moore Iron and Steel in Yale have been servicing all different types of storage tanks and have the ability to ship or field erect any of your job needs. Call Moore Iron and Steel at 918-387-2639 or visit their website, mooreironandsteel.com. Moore Iron and Steel. They're more than just a tank company.
Jim, Linda, and Tammy Lawson at JLT Corporation have been paving the way for others across the nation for over 10 years. Located in Cushing, JLT Corporation has been and continues to be a proud supporter of Cushing Tiger sports. JLT says, good luck, Tigers, on your road to success. Give JLT a call today at 918-225-2242. That's 918-225-2242.
And we're back. Kickoff is fumbled by number 5, Berryhill, who breaks through the Cushing Tigers kicking team, still on his feet, spinning around. Looked like the ball rolled out. And the line, Cushing's excited. The line judge is saying the ball's down. So everybody's excited, but I believe they'll call that down. Looks like he was down on the field, and the ball squirted out from underneath the Berryhill returner, which was number 5, Braden Bradshaw. Berryhill back out on the field. Not taking any time whatsoever. Ty Walker, still the quarterback. Number 7, Chad Dillard in the backfield. There's the shotgun snap over the middle, and that is Chad Dillard, who picks up 8 or 9 yards. And if I didn't say it, Berryhill started at their 39-yard line and picked up about 7 or 8 yards. And now they are running right back up to the ball at their own 47-yard line with 2nd down and 2. The quarterback takes the shotgun snap to number 7 over the right side, and he breaks through the line and picks up a good 17, 18 yards there. That is right up the middle on the Cushing Tigers. And we just saw, well, we don't even take time to tell you that. We'll just, Berryhill's right back up to the line, taking the shotgun snap again. And they're going to go to, oh, well, finally. Nice play by number 82, Levi Herron. And they've been running right at Herron this whole time, and he's finally had enough. Was able to shirk his blocker, wrap up Chad Dillard, who's just been chewing up the yards here this evening. That'll be for a loss, and it'll be 2nd down and 12. Walker brings Berryhill to the line, again in the shotgun formation. And it looks like we had some movement on the left side of Berryhill's offensive line. Referee and line judge talking about it. Cushing calls a timeout. And we're still seeing what's going to go on there. I guess the flags went down. Cushing may not have accepted the penalty there. Or they'll wait until we come back. We are in a timeout mode here. I'll tell you what, let's take a 30-second timeout. You are listening to 1600 KUSH and Cushing Tiger Football.
Attention welders. American Welding Supply, located at 1502 East Main in Cushing, has been in the business of supplying your welding needs for nearly 40 years. And if they don't have it, they'll find it. Family owned and operated, American Welding Supply stands behind its word. Call the friendly staff today at 918-225-5101. American Welding Supply, a strong supporter of the Cushing community and builders of the Oklahoma oil patch.
And we're back to live action here. The timeout was called before that last play, so the flag did not count. There's a snap to the quarterback in a shotgun formation, who picks up a good 2, 3, 4, 5 yards. And that will bring up a 3rd down and 7 or 8. Again, Berryhill running right back up to the line. Walker rolling right, looking to pass. Long pass downfield. Nice defensive play for the Cushing Tigers by number 8. That's Blake Burden, who was able to knock the ball out. And that pass was intended for Casey Harper, the junior tight end for Berryhill. A nice coverage. We have 4th and 7. Berryhill just going to keep on going for it. A 3-receiver split left, 1 receiver wide right. Walker back to pass, good rush. That's a screen pass that is snuffed by number 52. That's Garrett Hunt, the senior linebacker. Classic screen play where the Berryhill lineman let the rushers through, and just as they came through, the quarterback dumped it over the top, and number 52, Garrett Hunt, was not fooled at all and brought down the receiver immediately. That'll set up a 1st and 10 for the Cushing Tigers at the 38-yard line. So a good defensive stand by the Tigers. 50 seconds left in the first quarter, and this is just the 4th possession between the two teams over the whole first quarter. Which says something about the running game that's been going on throughout the game and the ball possession. Tigers calling another timeout. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cushing Tiger Football on 1600 KUSH.
Pawnee Nation College is a proud supporter of Pawnee Bobcats athletics and is now enrolling for the upcoming semester. Pawnee Nation College is located at 861 Little D Drive in Pawnee. For more information, visit Pawnee Nation College website at pawneenationcollege.org or call them Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 918-762-3343. Follow the Pawnee Nation College on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Go Bobcats!
Larry Reese here for RCB Bank. Have you downloaded RCB Bank's free apps for iPhones, iPads, and Android devices yet? If you haven't, you're missing out. With RCB Bank's free apps, you can deposit checks, transfer money, and even pay bills, not to mention controlling satellites in space, turning the air conditioner up at your house, and building your fantasy football team. Well, maybe that's another app, but you can do all that banking stuff. Check us out online at rcbbank.com and like us on Facebook. RCB Bank, that's my bank. Some conditions apply. Member FDIC.
We're back to live action at Odell Field. Misdirection play, trap up the front, and that is going to be number 6, Kevin Beeler. Took the ball over the right side for about 4 yards, up to the Tigers' 33.5-yard line, perhaps. You can call it 34 if you'd like. Tigers back on the field with their own version of the up-tempo offense that they enjoy running. There's Ian Jones in the backfield. He's got Josh Houchins behind him. Snaps a little bit high. Jones recovers. Hands off to Houchins over the right side. Picks up about 12 yards. That's good enough for a Cushing 1st down. That will bring the Tigers up to their own 47-yard line. Good run by Houchins. Nice job by the right side of the offensive line, running behind Big Adam Loftus, number 75, the junior offensive lineman, and also on the right side, Blade Jeffries, the junior. He is also junior guard. And nice hole opened up there by those two. That's the end of the first quarter. Tie ball game, 7-7. We'll be back with more Cushing Tiger football on 1600 KUSH.
Dr. Robert Mullins at Natural Choice Chiropractic invites you to enjoy better health naturally. Natural Choice Chiropractic is focused on healing techniques that are non-invasive in nature. To help achieve your goal of optimum health, call Dr. Mullins today at 918-225-1973. That's 918-225-1973. Or visit his website at naturalchoicechiropractic.net.
When you walk into Baker Pharmacy at 1022 East Cherry, you'll notice right away they're not selling groceries or electronics like some so-called pharmacies do. That's because Baker Pharmacy is dedicated to being an integral part of your medical team. When it comes to prescriptions and medical supplies, you'll find everything you need. More importantly, you'll find a staff of professionals dedicated to getting you what your doctor ordered. So if you need high-priced potato chips or off-brand electronics, go ahead and check out the other stores. But when it comes to your good health, it's Baker Pharmacy across from Cushing Regional Hospital.
We're back live at Odell Field. Cushing at their own 47. Handoff over the left side. Nice tackle. Yeah, a couple of them went down there. Guy Parker, the junior running back, running over the left side. You see a lot of laundry on the field on that one. The referee's talking about it there. Those flags really went out way on the left side. Ping! Oh, the cheerleaders throwing out the little plastic footballs. I think one of them hit the press box up here. They're still talking about it. Now there's 2 flags down. And they're talking to Berryhill about it. So I guess it looks like it's against Cushing. Referee discussing it with Berryhill defensive captains. And preliminarily, it looks like it might have been a hold. That's what the referee was signaling to the opposing sideline. He's not made that hold. Yeah, there we go. There's the holding call against the Cushing Tigers, which will negate a pretty nice little run there. But still, that's got to show them something that they can run over that left side. So that will move the ball back to the 39-yard line for the Cushing Tigers, where they will take it first and, well, I guess we have to, yeah, first and 20. It didn't quite look like that, though. First and 18. Okay, there we go. There's Ian Jones over the center with the quarterback keeper. He drops the ball just as he got hit, and he fell right down on it, right at midfield, and got up holding the ball aloft as if to say, I have it, don't worry. Taking care of it. Looks like when the Berryhill guy hit his arm, the ball came out and he fell right on it. So Jones again in the shotgun formation with the diamond running back formation surrounding him, and hands off to number 23 over the right side. That is Dakota Lee, the senior running back. And again, that's that right side of Blade Jeffries at guard and Adam Loftus at tackle. So we're going to keep an eye on that. And, of course, number 52, Garrett Hunt, is the center. So the Tigers feel like they may have a little bit of a good match there on that right side of the offensive line. There again is Jones in the backfield. Another keeper over the center. And that brings the ball up to the 36-yard line. A little socio-cultural commentary. Berryhill team doing the tomahawk chop across the field. Of course, we don't like to see that as a caricature of American Indian people and a negative portrayal of those people. So we wish they would stop it. And since they're the opposing team, we can say that. Cushing Tigers back up to the line on the Berryhill 37-yard line. Second down, about 7. Jones takes the snap from center. Well, actually, takes the ball from center in the shotgun formation. Tries to head over that right side. And while it seems like Houchins, number 21, and Guy Parker, 20, are quick to hit that right side and small enough to get through the hole that's made over there on that right side, Jones a little lankier, maybe just a step slower, and that hole closed up pretty fast on the right side, if there was one at all. Again, Jones in the shotgun formation has Houchins next to him and Parker behind him. He'll turn left and hand off to Dakota Lee over the left side, drops the ball, and let's see, looks like the Tigers escaped another close one there. And what do we have there? Blocking the back on the Tigers. They had a first down there, even though the ball was dropped. We have blocking the back, so that'll push the Tigers back again. They'll still have the third down. So that'll make a 3rd and 7 from the Berryhill 38-yard line. Ian Jones in the shotgun formation. 3 receivers split right, 1 receiver split left. Jones rolls right, plenty of time to throw. He did have to get rid of it, though. Threw out to England Honeybus on the right side. That was not going to be a first down anyway. And for just a moment, he had some time to throw that ball. It was coming. I think he heard it. So he got rid of it to the probably his second option after looking down the field. And Jones, the senior quarterback, comes off the field and frustrated, understandably so. Goes to the sideline. Still 7-7, 9:29 left in the second quarter. Tigers in punt formation. and they won't get it off before there is a flag. Legal procedure, and that is another issue that the Tigers have been working with. This last 2 games, their special teams have been just a little bit of a problem. Seemed to get the point after situation resolved, but somebody jumped on the kicking team there. And we see Kyler Patterson, who's the backup quarterback, also the punter, now standing at his own 45-yard line. And deep for Berryhill's number 12, Bradley Davis, a sure-handed senior quarterback and defensive back. Nice spiral kick, and it hit a Berryhill blocker who was setting up the block, and the ball came down right by him, touched him, and he recovered it. Of course, we had that situation last week where the kick hit the Bristow player on the head who was not looking for the ball, and it's a tricky thing kicking into the wind like it is. You never know what that ball might do. Okay, it's 1st and 10 for Berryhill on their own 16-yard line. Cushing Tigers lining up on defense. And I see number 21 showing blitz there. That's Josh Houchins, but he goes ahead and rolls with the play. That pass is thrown low to the left side. Incomplete. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 for the Berryhill football program. 2nd and 10, again from their own 16-yard line. Levi Herron, the tall junior defensive end, lining up on the left side. And it is Herron who makes first contact and brings down the runner, and he's happy about it too. Nice positioning, squared up, brought him down at the 19-yard line. And Herron gets I guess he'll get a little breather. They're thinking pass on this one probably, so we'll see an extra defensive back come in for the Tigers, and they will just run 3 down, well, really 2 down linemen, 2 stand-up men on the end. There's the rush coming in. Looks like they're going to pull him down, and it is a quarterback sack. Kendall Anderson, the sophomore offensive lineman. Cushing was thinking pass all the way on that one. Good work. That's number 18 is back to receive the punt. Trey Morris, he's the one with the 94-yard return last week. And the kicker, Justin Dunn, who's, looks like he's going to have a little trouble getting it off. He barely does, though. And the short man is Kyler Patterson, the junior quarterback, defensive back, is ready and hauls in the ball. But that's good position for the Tigers, who will start from the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 from Berryhill's 41-yard line. Well, the first quarter looked like neither team could stop the other team. Now it looks like neither team can get anywhere against the other team. It's a tale of 2 quarters. Of course, Ian Jones again in the backfield. In the shotgun formation, he's going to drop back to pass, fakes the short pass. There's the stop and go, and it is an interception. Number 23 for Berryhill. That's Seth Carruthers. The intended receiver was England Honeybus, and I'm sure they're going to talk to Mr. Honeybus about coming back for the ball. He just sort of waited for it, and the Berryhill defender was able to go over and make the play. You got to help your quarterback out there and come back to the ball. Well, and again, into the wind. Right into the wind. So you had a lot of factors there, but Berryhill snapping right back up to the line. They'll stay in their shotgun formation, and there is big number 45, Seth Hassenplug. And, you know, we haven't called his name a whole lot tonight. He's a two-way senior, running back and linebacker. A lot of people think very highly of him. 5'11", 205, and he didn't go anywhere on that one. A host of Tigers pulled him down, so it'll be 2nd and 10 from Berryhill's 15-yard line. And they will try Hassenplug again. Just another run over the middle, trying to get out of their, you know, out of the red zone, I guess you'd say, since they're behind the 20. now on their own 18-yard line. And that will bring up a 3rd down and about 6. Berryhill spreading them out now with 3 receivers on the right side, 1 receiver to the left. Walker in the shotgun formation, fakes the handoff. There come the Cushing rushers. There's a quick pass over the middle, and too high, uncatchable by number 6. And we see number 16 for Cushing, Ethan Sample, the junior defensive back. Made sure nothing happened back there, but that pass was really uncatchable. And you got to wonder if the wind didn't catch that one. And wind is up out there. The American flag flying straight out from north to south. And the punter back again, and that is Justin Dunn, who barely got it off previously. And here the Tigers are ready to receive again. Deep for the Tigers is Trey Morris. Another high snap. There's the punt. A nice spiral. That was like a one-legged, he took one step and kicked. So that guy's got a leg. He didn't need much room to get it going. Still, Tigers in good position at their own 39-yard line. The 6:24 left in the first half or the second quarter. Tigers have the ball at their own 39-yard line. And they're coming up the line. 1st and 10 at the 9. There's Ian Jones in the quarterback position. He's in the shotgun formation. They'll do a misdirection play. There is some laundry on the field. That'll likely negate whatever it is that happened, which was just about a 6-yard run. Again, over that right side. Seems to be the success point for the Tigers tonight in the running game. It's on the right side. Referees talking it over again. Looks like they're going to take it. Legal procedure. We got some movement there on the Tigers' part. So that will pull the Tigers back 5 yards. Should be a 2nd down and 15 for the Tigers. Players not really wanting to hear much about it. Wanted to get right back up to the line and run the next play. You see Corey Wiley, the sophomore running back, is in the game next to Ian Jones, the quarterback. Quarterback in shotgun formation, fakes the handoff, runs over the right side. There he is. He's at the 50, 45, 40, 37-yard line. Outstanding pickup by Ian Jones, the quarterback, who took off over the right side, and I think that's where they think they've got Berryhill tonight, is over that right side. 1st down for Cushing at Berryhill's 38-yard line. Cushing up to the line. Jones in the shotgun formation. Another misdirection play. And it doesn't go very far at all. That's Dakota Lee, the senior running back. And he's pulled down by Craig Ridfearn for Berryhill. A couple of substitutions for the Cushing Tigers.
2nd down and 11.
We got 2nd and 11 from the Tigers, well, from the Berryhill 39-yard line. And we'll try a end around to the left side. And that is Trey Morris, who picks up a couple of yards. Comes across the back of the formation as if he were in motion, and the ball is snapped and handed to him, and he picks up just a couple of yards. That end around play always takes a long time to develop, as it did in that case. Berryhill showing some good speed, stopping the play. There's Jones in the shotgun formation again from the Berryhill 36-yard line. We'll try a end around, calling for to the left side signals. And there's the Tiger coaches are really yelling at him. Okay, Jones back to pass now. He throws to the right. Oh, a nice developed catch and collision there. That's Cody Folsom, the junior wide receiver, catching that pass, and really a collision over there. But it looks like he may have picked up the first down, and they did. First down, Cushing, with 4:20 left in the second quarter. And they will have the ball from Berryhill's 28-yard line. Getting to be a pretty hard-fought game here with 4 minutes and 14 seconds left in the second quarter. Jones in the shotgun formation. And we're going to call a timeout on Cushing. Let's take a break. You're listening to Cushing Tiger Football on 1600 KUSH.
Fechner Pump and Supply has been serving the oil and gas industry for almost 32 years. They have an extensive inventory of parts, pumps, polypipe, and stainless steel. Fechner Pump and Supply has 2 locations, one in Cushing at 1402 North Little and in Alva. They take pride in providing high-quality supplies, equipment, and repairs. With on-site delivery available 24 hours, John Fechner and the staff are dedicated to striving for a high standard their customers can depend on. Call 918-225-7867. Fechner Pump and Supply.
Whether it's individual, couples, and family counseling for mental health and or substance abuse issues, Graves Community Counseling at 402 East Moses in Cushing can help. With services such as DUI assessments, drug and alcohol and mental health assessments, Nicole Graves would like to join you on your journey towards strength and well-being. Call Graves Community Counseling at 918-285-6268 or visit her website at gravescommunitycounseling.com.
Play while we were at break just picked up about 4 or 5 yards. We'll see a second down and 5 from the Berryhill 23-24 yard line. There's the snap. Handoff over the right side to number 23, and that's Dakota Lee. Really doesn't pick up much yardage, maybe 1. That'll bring up a third down and 5. Tigers have the ball at the Berryhill 24-yard line. That'll be about third and looks like about 5. There's a keeper over the right side. It's where Cushing thinks they can make a little hay, and no hay to be made that time, as Jones is brought down quickly by a host of Berryhill players. And that'll bring up a 4th down, and the Tigers will go for it, being that they are deep in Berryhill's territory. We got a receiver split left, 3 split to the left, 1 split to the right. Jones in the backfield ready to take the shotgun snap. Looking to the sideline for some direction. Trying to run some of that play clock down. Jones takes the ball, rolls left, and is squeezed out of the pocket and close to the first down. Not sure if he was able to pick it up. Doesn't look like it. Jones turns dejectedly away from the marker, realizing he didn't get the first down, and Berryhill will get the ball as it is turned over on downs. Tigers back onto the field with their defense to hopefully be able to hold Berryhill again. Berryhill with the snap. There's a handoff over the left side, and that goes to Chad Dillard, who's been really the workhorse for Berryhill tonight, as he was last week in their game versus Glenpool. And that'll bring up a second down from Berryhill's own 22-yard line. 2nd and 6. Walker takes the snap in a shotgun formation. There's a quick pass out to the left. The receiver catches it. It's number 6. Woo! And a shoestring touchdown saving tackle. A handoff over the left side. Number 18, Trey Morris. And that goes to Chad Dillard for a lot who's more. Been really the workhorse for Berryhill tonight, as he was last week in their game versus Glenpool. Berryhill with the first and down. And that'll bring up a second down from Berryhill's own 22-yard line. In the shotgun formation. Second and 6. And Walker throws over the middle to number 5. There's a quick pass out to the left. The receiver catches it. It's number 6. Looks like he will score. So that was a 58-yard passing play for a touchdown. And that will up the score to Berryhill 13 and the Tigers 7 with 1:26 left in the second quarter. And we'll see number 21, Justin Dunn, the highly touted kicker from Berryhill, line up for the extra point. And it sails right through the upright. So, with 1:26 left in the second period, Berryhill leading the Cushing Tigers 14-7. You're listening to Cushing Tiger Football on 1600 KUSH.
Whether your business is local or global, Intertech can ensure your products meet quality health, environmental, safety, and social accountability standards for virtually any market. Intertech goes beyond testing, inspecting, and certifying products. Intertech helps customers improve performance, gain efficiencies, overcome market constraints, and reduce risk. For more than 130 years, companies have depended on Intertech to ensure the quality and safety of their products, processes, and systems. For more information, call 1-888-400-0084 or visit intertech.com.
Central Tech connects employers to job seekers in the Central Tech District with a new online employment service. So if you're looking for a new job, or if your company has job openings to post, then check out the new employment service on centraltech.edu. Central Tech, a member of the Oklahoma Career Tech System, fulfilling the mission, a job for every Oklahoman and workforce for every company. Again, Central Tech Employment Services can be found by visiting centraltech.edu.
The Berryhill Chieftains kicked off. Oh, and there's number 18. He breaks over the middle. That's Trey Morris. He had the long run back last week. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Just chased by one man. He cuts across field. He's at the 20, the 10, the 5. Tigers roaring. Touchdown, Cushing. Number 18, Trey Morris. That's got to be close to 100 yards. 100-yard run back by Trey Morris. That's 2 weeks in a row that he's taken a ball the distance on a kickoff, and that is the way that you answer if you're the Cushing Tigers to the Berryhill score. And now the Tigers will come for the extra point, and that'll be Sean Bosworth. Let's see if they can get their special team stuff together. They need this one to keep up with Berryhill, evening the score at 14. And, woo! Oh, just to the left, just like last week. For some reason, when he kicks that ball, it just takes off to the left a little bit. And it's close, right over the upright, but of course the official is there. So, in any case, a very exciting run back, and the Cushing Tigers do answer. They're still down by 1. It is Berryhill 14, Cushing 13. And we will just go ahead and keep it here. Since there's just a minute left, we'll let everybody settle back down here and start it up again. Whew, that was some run back. You know, again, last week, Trey Morris was able to do the same thing. And today, kind of bobbled the ball around on the goal line, picked it up, took off. Once he gets those long legs rolling, he's deceptively fast. And that was just another outstanding run by Morris. We are back. Or actually, we're still here. We never left, did we? We just kept it here. There's 1:07 left in the second quarter. Cushing can now cook off to Berryhill. And Berryhill takes the ball at about the 30. And will get to their own 32, 33-yard line. So a big play followed by a big play. That's the way you answer. Keep your team going. After the long pass by Berryhill, then the 100-yard return by Morris. The Cushing coach is yelling for a prevent defense to stay back and not let anybody score. Of course, they don't want to see another one of those long passes over the middle. And there is Ty Walker. Takes the snap. A real easy handoff over the middle. Looks like they'll be content to run another play and get out of here. Get to the locker room. Happy to be up by 1 in this contest. Now let's see now. Now Berryhill has 3 receivers split left, 1 receiver split right. Cushing advocating the players get back. And a quick pass over the left side is wrapped up just as quickly by the Cushing Tigers. And there is a flag on the field in the offensive backfield. Looks like a holding call against Berryhill. And they were operating from their 37, 38-yard line. So that will push them back, and I'm sure Cushing will be glad to have them pushed back. So that will bring up looks like a second down and a good 20 yards to go for Berryhill. And the referee saying, wait, hold on a second here. Not sure what's happening. Official timeout, so the officials can discuss the situation. A lot of discussion going on about where the ball should actually be. And all trying to figure that out here. Now, that last play, you could hear the Cushing coaches from the sideline yelling, prevent, prevent. Back those defensive backs up so they don't run into that similar post pattern, really, is what that was earlier that nailed the Tigers. Number 5, a speedy little receiver, Braden Bradshaw, junior wide receiver, caught the ball in stride and ran it in for Berryhill. Then answered by the 100-yard run back by Trey Morris of the Tigers, bringing us 14-13. 25 seconds left. A little handoff over the middle to Ty Walker, who does pick up 7 or 8 yards. But that will pretty much, unless they're going to try and run into the players, only 12 seconds left on the clock. They will have to hurry. The game clock is down, or third down 11. Clock still running, and that'll be it. We will go to halftime with your Cushing Tigers just behind by 1. It's 14-13, and we'll take a 3-minute timeout. You are listening to Cushing Tiger Football on 1600 KUSH.
Central Tech connects employers to job seekers in the Central Tech District with a new online employment service. So if you're looking for a new job, or if your company has job openings to post, then check out the new employment service on centraltech.edu. Central Tech, a member of the Oklahoma Career Tech System, fulfilling the mission, a job for every Oklahoman and a workforce for every company. Again, Central Tech Employment Services can be found by visiting centraltech.edu.
Hey, this is Cap from Cap's Barbecue, and we're opening a new barbecue joint in Cushing at 2320 East Main. Daily specials, including a daily lunch special for only $6.99. Family dinners for 2 and for 4. Open 7 days a week in Okmulgee and Tulsa, and coming this fall to Cushing. Come in and watch the games on the big screen. Be sure to check out our website, capsbbq.com, and like us on Facebook. We're Cap's Barbecue. Our meat melts in your mouth.
Founded in 1921, the Cushing Country Club, located at 4615 East 9th Street in Cushing, is the place to be for golfing, playing, or dining. They're open 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. You can enjoy lunch or dinner in the dining room with a beautiful view of the golf course. Be sure to join the Cushing Country Club on the third Thursday with John Cooper and a special monthly guest. To find out more about the Cushing Country Club, call them at 918-225-0811.
One of the worst things you can do to your car's engine is not changing the oil regularly, and many people think they're too busy to do it regularly. Max Quick Lube gets you in and out quick. It's just not the same. It's what they do. Max Quick Lube, conveniently located at 1308 East Main, with no appointment necessary. For an oil change on the run, stop by Max Quick Lube. Call 918-225-0361 for more information.
Do you have the look? Get the look. The Legacy Cleaners look. Legacy Cleaners and Laundry in Cushing is proud of their customer service and take the utmost care with all of your garments. Open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Saturday 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. for your convenience. Give Legacy Cleaners a call at 918-225-6060 or go by 121 West Oak in Cushing. Get the look, the Legacy look.
Stillwater Surgical Associates, a division of Stillwater Medical Center, is pleased to announce that our board-certified surgeons offer the latest minimally invasive techniques for a wide variety of diseases, including gallbladder, hernia, colon and breast cancer, heartburn, and reflux disease. Some procedures using the Da Vinci robot can reduce your recovery time, enhancing your surgical experience. Doctors Baker, Pelzel, Pence, and Vaughn provide emergency surgical and trauma services 7 days a week. Visit us at StillwaterSurgicalAssociates.com or call 405-533-1074.
The action's right here with the Tigers. Tiger Sports on KUSA. Right here with the Tigers. Tiger Sports on KUSH. The action's right here with the Tigers. Tiger Sports on KUSH.
Whether it's in-house, shop-built, or field-erected, More Iron and Steel is your custom storage tank fabricator and contractor. For over the past 10 years, the guys at More Iron and Steel in Yale have been servicing all different types of storage tanks and have the ability to ship or field erect any of your job needs. Call More Iron and Steel at 918-387-2639 or visit their website, mooreironandsteel.com. More Iron and Steel. They're more than just a tank company.
Jim, Linda, and Tammy Lawson at JLT Corporation have been paving the way for others across the nation for over 10 years. Located in Cushing, JLT Corporation has been and continues to be a proud supporter of Cushing Tiger sports. JLT says, good luck, Tigers, on your road to success. Give JLT a call today at 918-225-2242. That's 918-225-2242.
What are you made of? Different paths have all led us to one common point here at Meridian Technology Center. Family and friends, dreams and desires, all these make us who we are. This is my time to make my mark, my imprint. If you love what you're doing, it's never work. Your passion can come to life. I'm a success story, and at Meridian, they focus on making success stories one person at a time. Who says you have to be defined? After all, I'm Meridian Made.
Become Meridian Made at Meridian Technology Center in Stillwater.
Attention welders. American Welding Supply, located at 1502 East Main in Cushing, has been in the business of supplying your welding needs for nearly 40 years. And if they don't have it, they'll find it. Family owned and operated, American Welding Supply stands behind its word. Call the friendly staff today at 918-225-5101. American Welding Supply, a strong supporter of the Cushing community and builders of the Oklahoma oil patch.
Whether it's individual, couples, and family counseling for mental health and or substance abuse issues, Graves Community Counseling at 402 East Moses in Cushing can help. With services such as DUI assessments, drug and alcohol and mental health assessments, Nicole Graves would like to join you on your journey towards strength and well-being. Call Graves Community Counseling at 918-285-6268 or visit her website at gravescommunitycounseling.com.
All right, let's move to the halftime.
And we're back at Odell Field, getting ready for the second half. 2:26 left before we get the second half started, and it's been a tight contest so far. And if you are interested in watching our stream, you can do so at citylink.tv/Cushing, and or go to our Cushing website, and you can also follow the link there to catch the stream. So we are just about ready for the second half. Tigers coming out on the field, and Berryhill will wait until they come out before they cross paths. And we still have a little ways to go here before we start the second half. So we're going to take another timeout, and we'll be back here in 2 minutes on 1600 KUSH. You're listening to Cushing Tiger Football.
Pawnee Nation College is a proud supporter of Pawnee Bobcats athletics and is now enrolling for the upcoming semester. Pawnee Nation College is located at 861 Little D Drive in Pawnee. For more information, visit Pawnee Nation College website at pawneenationcollege.org or call them Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 918-762-3343. Follow the Pawnee Nation College on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Go Bobcats!
Larry Reese here for RCB Bank. Have you downloaded RCB Bank's free apps for iPhones, iPads, and Android devices yet? If you haven't, you're missing out. With RCB Bank's free apps, you can deposit checks, transfer money, and even pay bills, not to mention controlling satellites in space, turning the air conditioner up at your house, and building your fantasy football team. Well, maybe that's another app, but you can do all that banking stuff. Check us out online at rcbbank.com and like us on Facebook. RCB Bank, that's my bank. Some conditions apply. Member FDIC.
Nearly perfect. That's Naples Deli and Grill and Cushing Tiger football, and they go hand in hand this fall. Naples serves only the finest and fresh and piping hot soups and chili that's made only from the best of ingredients. So this football season, when you're headed to the big game, stop by Naples Deli and Grill at 600 East Main Street, or you can call ahead 918-225-3115. That's Naples Deli and Grill. They're nearly perfect.
When you walk into Baker Pharmacy at 1022 East Cherry, you'll notice right away they're not selling groceries or electronics like some so-called pharmacies do. That's because Baker Pharmacy is dedicated to being an integral part of your medical team. When it comes to prescriptions and medical supplies, you'll find everything you need. More importantly, you'll find a staff of professionals dedicated to getting you what your doctor ordered. So if you need high-priced potato chips or off-brand electronics, go ahead and check out the other stores. But when it comes to your good health, it's Baker Pharmacy across from Cushing Regional Hospital.
1600 KUSH, Cushing Tiger football back on the air. 14-13, Berryhill leading the Tigers. Hotly fought first half. And at first, Aaron, it seemed like that neither team would be able to stop the other team. The first drive for each team was a scoring drive, and neither team was really able to pull the other one down. And then it seemed like the whole rest of the way of the first half, not much happened for either team. No, they're sure not. Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, it was a couple times there we saw, as you just said, Berryhill taking off really before the Cushing Tigers were set in their positions and ready to go. The Tigers with some brief warm-ups on the south end of the field and running back to the sideline now. And the Berryhill team has also finished their stretches and warm-ups to kind of get things going. And it is brisker here than it was even when we first started here earlier this evening. And we're right at about 53 degrees. It is about right in time for the second half to start. Cushing Tiger players holding up their three fingers, saying it's the third quarter and time to get this second half underway. And of course the Tigers did defer, so they will receive the kickoff and get started with the second half. Of course, Berryhill came into this game with their first ranking of the season, ranked number 10, and Cushing's pretty much been hanging with them. But now the second half will really dictate how the whole rest of the game is going to go. And there is the kick, caught up in the wind and received, but fumbled right through the receiver's arms, and that'll put the ball at the 26-yard line as the Tiger offense comes onto the field. Receiver bobbled the ball. Again, we saw it got hung up in the wind there. We've seen that several times when the kickers have been going from south to north, launching that ball. It gets caught in the wind and sort of hangs there for a little while. And that always winds up with some of the front parts of the kicking team receiving the ball. Maybe they're not so used to it. Tigers have the ball at their own 22-yard line. Ian Jones quarterbacking the ball in shotgun formation. He hands off to number 23, that is Dakota Lee, over the left side, who picks up about 2 yards. And that'll bring up maybe a yard, 2nd down and 9 for the Tigers from their own 24-yard line. Dakota Lee and Trey Morris come out of the game. England Honeybus, number 5, is split wide right. And the pass goes to Honeybus, who stays in bounds, spins around, and is bounced out of bounds by a couple of Berryhill players. Nice pickup. That pass was directed to England Honeybus, who had a couple nice catches last week. That'll be a 1st down for Cushing at their own 35-yard line. Morris in the backfield with Kevin Beeler, the junior, to his left. Josh Houchins behind him. Houchins gets the ball over the left side, breaks through the line, gets to the 48-yard line, about a 12-yard pickup. Nice hole on the left side by the Cushing offensive line. The center again, that's 52, Garrett Hunt. You also see 78, Matthew Cliff, the senior offensive lineman, on the left side, as is number 64, that's Colton Ferris. So nice work by the left side of that offensive line of the Tigers, who are now at their own 49-yard line. There's the shotgun snap to Morris, Jones, who barrels forward through the center of the line for about 4 or 5 yards. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 6 for the Tigers. Again, the Tigers running the no huddle offense, taking all their signals from the sideline. Jones in the shotgun formation, as he always is. 2nd and 6 from the Berryhill 47. There's the snap. Handoff to Houchins over the right side, who stretches for the 1st down and gets it down to the Berryhill 38-yard line. There again is that right side over, we have number 60. That's Hagen Myers. He's a sophomore in at right guard. And 75, Adam Loftus, the right tackle. Tigers from the Berryhill 38. There's the snap. Over the left side, there's Parker, who breaks through the line, picks up a good 11 or 12 yards for a 1st down. Scooted right around that left side. Colton Ferris, the left tackle, clearing a path for him there, along with Matthew Clift, the senior offensive guard. That'll be a 1st and 10 for the Tigers. And they are at the Berryhill 26-yard line. Jones takes the snap to Houchins over the right side. And look at that offensive line of the Tigers. They are just working over Berryhill on the right side. Led by center, senior Garrett Hunt, number 52. The sophomore Myers, and the junior Loftus. I mean, that all you saw was blue helmets going backwards over there on the right side. Jones again in the shotgun formation. Dakota Lee to his left. Jones will go up the middle and has his legs knocked out from underneath him by Jamie Harrington, a senior offensive lineman for Berryhill. Designed run, and Levi Herron, the junior tight end, will come back into the game. Cushing lining up in a jumbo formation with tight ends on either side. Dalton Hockett on the left side. Handoff again to Houchins, which goes not much of anywhere. And that'll bring up 4th down from the Berryhill 18, maybe 19-yard line. 4th and about 4. That's right, Tigers sending in the play. And Jones in the backfield, Houchins behind him, Dakota Lee to his left. Looking to the right, and it looks like the Tigers will call timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Cushing Tiger Football on 1600 KUSH.
When you walk into Baker Pharmacy at 1022 East Cherry, you'll notice right away they're not selling groceries or electronics like some so-called pharmacies do. That's because Baker Pharmacy is dedicated to being an integral part of your medical team. When it comes to prescriptions and medical supplies, you'll find everything you need. More importantly, you'll find a staff of professionals dedicated to getting you what your doctor ordered. So if you need high-priced potato chips or off-brand electronics, go ahead and check out the other stores. But when it comes to your good health, it's Baker Pharmacy across from Cushing Regional Hospital.
And we're back at Odell Field. 8 minutes and 9 seconds left in the third period. Berryhill up 14-13. Cushing with a 4th down try here from the Berryhill 19-yard line. Cushing really worked its way down here with a series of excellent running plays. The offensive line providing some very good blocking. Tigers will come back out. And Corey Wiley, the sophomore running back, is behind Jones. Number 6, Kevin Beeler to the right. And looks like some legal procedure on Cushing will move them back, and that'll be a 4th and 9. So I didn't actually see the movement. Looking at the quarterback at the time, but offensive line really eager to tee off on those Berryhill players, and a little too eager on that one. So that'll bring up a 4th down and 8. And they'll give it another shot. They got 3 receivers split left. England Honeybus split to the right. Jones takes the shotgun snap. He's looking for Honeybus. And that pass just, well, Honeybus is raising his hands like, hey, maybe that should have been interference, but the defender really wasn't that close. The ball wasn't catchable, so the Tigers will turn the ball over on downs, and that'll bring back up the equally speedy and non-waiting offense of Berryhill, who will be ready to snap the ball and go. Tigers have done a pretty good job corralling them this evening. And the fumble, now that's pretty interesting because that was number 12, Bradley Davis, the senior quarterback. So what happened to number 10, Ty Walker? He's still out there, but he did not take the snap, and I think they tried a little trickery there to do something else. That's the first time we've seen the quarterback under center, and he did not handle the ball well at all. And so they'll try it again. That's number 12. Bradley Davis is a new quarterback for Berryhill. And now something else happened. Maybe a little movement on behalf of Berryhill. So they're talking about it now, and that's, they bring the new quarterback in. I don't know if that was just a little misdirection. Ty Walker has had a really good game so far, and maybe they're trying something a little bit different. And the first play, Davis ran. He fumbled the snap. And the second play, there was a jump on the offensive line. Often you get a new quarterback in, the cadences are just a little bit different. It kind of throws off your lineman somewhat. So they gave up on that experiment. Now Ty Walker's back at quarterback again, who is the quarterback of Berryhill. He'll take the shotgun snap. Handoff over the right side. That is Chad Dillard, who is off to the races, cutting back across the middle of the field. And he is finally brought down by a Cushing Tiger. And that'll be number 18, Trey Morris, who's got the speed to catch him, but not after a substantial pickup of about 35 yards. Berryhill now has the ball on Cushing's 42. They're set and ready to go. They're just waiting for the chains to get down, and they are ready to take off. Walker ready for the snap, and they are just going to keep running again to number 7. That's Chad Dillard, who just had the long run from scrimmage. That'll be second down and about 6 from the Cushing 37, 38-yard line. Berryhill up to the Cushing 38. Walker ready for the shotgun snap. He's going to run it himself, takes it around the right side, evades a couple of Cushing defenders, goes to the sideline, cuts back left, weaves his way toward the right sideline, is finally punched out of bounds by Terry Barnes, the sophomore linebacker, but not until he makes a substantial pickup to the Cushing 19-yard line. And now they're right back up there again. Walker, the quarterback for Berryhill, ready to take the snap at the Cushing 20. Rolling right, looking to pass, and it is incomplete. The receiver looks like he grabbed it, but he was out of bounds on the far sideline from where we sit. Incomplete. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 10 from the Cushing 19-yard line. Walker again in the familiar shotgun formation now. 2 receivers split left, 1 split right. He hands off again to number 7. That's Chad Dillard, who tries to break outside, but 3, 4 Cushing tacklers tumbling over the top of him. Some real gang tackling there by the Cushing Tigers. They've got to just key on number 7 and really keep looking out for him. That was number 3, Peyton Carmen, is in there throwing down Chad Dillard. 3rd down from the Cushing 18-yard line. Another handoff to Dillard up the middle, and I don't think he actually got the first down. That was 3rd. This should bring up a 4th and 2 from the Tigers' 11, 12-yard line. They will take 4th down for Berryhill. Walker in the shotgun formation. He's just going to hand off to number 7. They may have stopped him. That's number 2, Terry Barnes. I'm sorry, number 2, Kyler Patterson, who met number 7 head on, Chad Dillard. And we need some kind of call here. Illegal procedure on Berryhill. So since that's a dead ball foul, or it happened before the play happened, now here's what's interesting. They'll bring out the kicker that we've heard so much about, Justin Dunn, the senior. And he will tee it up at the, the tee is 24, be about a 34-yard kick. He hit a 35-yarder last week. He is kicking into the wind. It's a bad snap and goes nowhere. So even though the kicker can kick, he can't kick if the ball is not snapped properly. 5 minutes and 12 seconds left in the third quarter. We'll keep it here. It's 14-13 Berryhill. Cushing now back with the ball and a chance to turn this thing around. Tigers back up to the line. Ian Jones in the backfield as a quarterback by himself. Man in motion, that's Trey Morris. Fakes the handoff to Morris, goes around the right side himself, and is dragged down by a couple of Berryhill players. And finally we see Seth Hassenplug, big senior linebacker, coming over and rolling on top of him. It'll be 2nd down and 5, so Jones was able to pick up 5 yards, although he might remember that one tomorrow morning when he's waking up. Meaning he might be a little sore from it. Josh Houchins in the backfield. Jones hands off to Houchins, who works around the right side, which has been fairly successful, and a giant scrum evolves. Houchins pushes through it, and some of the fans looking for unnecessary roughness. Houchins gets up a little bit slowly. Something like that. I'm sure there was a lot of hands grabbing and shoving in that big pile. Both teams came together and it really did look like a rugby scrum. You had all the Cushing players on one side and Berryhill on the other. Okay, Cushing from their own 27-yard line. It's 3rd down and 2. Jones takes the snap, will take it himself over the right side. Looks like he will get a first down. They will continue operating from the 32. Cushing constantly substituting. We'll see Ian Jones in the backfield now. Josh Houchins next to him. Trey Morris wide right. England Honeybus wide left. Morris in motion. Oh. Everybody said oh on that one, because you knew Morris was ready to take off with that one. And it looks like we had a little legal procedure. Maybe your right guard, knowing that's a pulling play, or guard or tackle maybe took off a little soon because they know they got to turn left and head out for that sweep to lead Morris, who got the pitch as he came around through the backfield. So Honeybus goes out wide right. It's 1st and 15. Cushing on their own 26-yard line. Jones takes the snap. He's going to throw it. Honeybus catches it. See if he can do anything with it. He picks up a few yards. A flare pass out to the left side. Honeybus doesn't really elude a tackler, but at least he goes forward a little bit. And that'll leave about 4 yards. It's an 11-yard pickup. That'll bring up 2nd and 4. Cushing Tigers will set it up at their own 38-yard line. Diamond formation. Jones takes the ball. Hands off over the right side to Guy Parker, who really just struggles to get across the line of scrimmage. And that will bring up a 3rd down and 3. Let's call it 3rd and 3. Ball on the Cushing 40-yard line. 3rd down again. Jones in the backfield with Josh Houchins next to him on the left. I'm going to try this motion play to Morris again, which they were sure they could get some yards out of. Whew. And get over to the left sideline, and that is shut down pretty quickly by Berryhill. And that was number 10, Ty Walker, the quarterback, ran over there and knocked Morris down. He's coming back across the field with sort of a limp, holding his hip. It was a pretty violent tackle over there on the far sideline once he took the pitch and was running left. So now it is 3rd and about 1. Morris comes out holding his side. And the ball is on the Cushing 42.5-yard line. It is 4th down and it's a long 1.5. And the play clock down to 10. Morris getting the signals, running back in. They'll try and run a fast play. They're really set. Morris takes a shotgun snap. He hands off to Houchins over the right side, who breaks through for a 1st down and gets to the 50-yard line. Makes it to midfield and just over the the midfield stripe. Actually, the umpire really likes putting that ball like right in the center of the line. Houchin's really made it across the line, but the umpire placed it on the 50. A stripe on either side of the stripe is what the football looks like on the line right now. Jones in the backfield, shotgun formation, takes the snap. He's going to hand off to Houchins again over the right side. Another flag from the referee. And he threw it right at the line. Threw it right at the line, and it's probably going to be, they're going to bring the ball back to the and they're going to call a hold on Cushing. So that'll bring up a second, that will be a first down now and 20. 59 seconds left in the third quarter. Tigers down 14-13 with the ball at their own 40 after a holding call. It will be first and 20. Jones in shotgun formation, takes the snap, a quick pass to the left side. Out to number 8, that's Blake Burden, who really just picks up 2 or 3 yards. And that will bring up a second down and about 17. Tigers operating from their own 43-yard line. They'd gotten up to the mid-stripe and had to back up 10 yards as a result of a hold. 3 receivers split right. England Honeybus to the far left. Jones takes the snap, rolling right, looking to pass. First receiver not open. And Honeybus catches the ball. And maybe about a 5-yard pickup. Honeybus came all the way across the field to make that catch. That will into the third quarter. Berryhill leading 14-13. Cushing with the ball and driving. You're listening to Cushing Tiger Football on 1600 KUSH.
Bank of Cushing supports the home team. Let the home team win for you. Always on a first name basis with a can-do attitude.
When it's time to buy that next car or truck, that boat or SUV or RV, let the Home Team Bank of Cushing finance it for you. If needed, we'll even furnish you with the appropriate book values so that you can deal with more poise and confidence. The Home Team has very competitive rates, fast and friendly service, and flexible financing. All decisions are made at home here. Our professionals are easy to talk to. It's a win-win for you and the community. Go with the Home Team.
With community pride and family ties, with local ownership through and through. Bank of Cushing supports the home team. Let the home team win for you.
2 locations in Cushing, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And we're back to Odell Field, fourth quarter. Berryhill 14-13. Tigers with the ball just across the midfield stripe we got to turn the players around the other way. Now Tigers going north into the wind, and so they're at their own 49-yard line. Berryhill heading south, but Cushing with the ball. Jones in the shotgun. Receivers wide left and right. He drops back to pass. It's a screen to number 26 right up the middle. He'll go to the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, 15. Tigers roaring! Touchdown! Cushing, number 26, Tyler Watkins, the senior tight end on a design screen. All of the Berryhill defenders came rushing through the line just as they're supposed to, being released by the offensive lineman. The tight end turns around. He hadn't really been used that much. Jones is able to dump one over all of the defenders and blockers to him, and he is able to race 51 yards for a touchdown for Cushing. Puts the Tigers up 19-14. And now, a very important moment as Sean Bosworth lines up. This has been kind of an issue for the Tigers. Well, Ian Jones has come back in now. You got to wonder if they're not going to go for 2 to try and balance the score. And also, the Tigers may not have a supreme amount of confidence in their kicking game right now. So let's see if we can get 2 and bring the score back up to where we need it. There's Houchins. There's a quick pass. Tigers roaring again. Guy Parker, the senior running back, scores for Cushing. A 2-point conversion is good. That puts the Tigers up 21-14. It's a quick flare pass to the left flat, we'll call it. And Ian Jones lifts the ball up and a score. So, Tigers 21, Berryhill 14. We'll be back. You're listening to Cushing Tiger Football on 1600 KUSH.
Cushing supports the home team. Let the home team win for you. Always on a first name basis with a can-do attitude.
When it's time to buy that next car or truck, that boat or SUV or RV, let the Home Team Bank of Cushing finance it for you. If needed, we'll even furnish you with the appropriate book value so that you can deal with more poise and confidence. The Home Team has very competitive rates, fast and friendly service, and flexible financing. All decisions are made at home here. Our professionals are easy to talk to. It's a win-win for you and the community. Go with the Home Team.
With community pride and family ties, with local ownership through and through. Bank of Cushing supports the home team. Let the home team win for you.
2 locations in Cushing, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Kickoff. Berryhill receives, gets nowhere to the 31-yard line. Berryhill now has the ball on their own 31. Coming up to the line. Tigers defenders getting set. Now here we go. Ty Walker, the quarterback for Cushing. Hands off. There's a flag on the play. Laundry on the field. Yeah, that was the line judge. See what we get here. Offsides. Cushing. Somebody lining up in the neutral zone or something along those lines, or jumping too quickly, or just jumping too quickly there. Too eager. So that gives Berryhill a 1st and 5. Allows your offensive coordinators to be pretty creative. Berryhill now at their own 36-yard line on the right hash mark, closer to the Cushing sideline. They'll run 2 receivers split left, 2 right. Walker receives, and another flag. And we've got a false start, illegal procedure on Berryhill. Now it's 1st and 10, just like nothing ever happened. Of course it did, but 11:35 left in the 4th quarter. And a lot of procedure calls, legal procedure calls in this game. Don't know if that's a trend with this crew or not. All right, Walker. Now it's 1st and 10 again. From Berryhill 31. Walker in the shotgun formation. Takes the snap. Throws left out in the flat. That's received by number 8. Trey Carruthers. He's wrapped up by number 2, Kyler Patterson. And number 16, Ethan Sample for the Tigers. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 8. Berryhill at their own 33-yard line. Again, Walker in the shotgun formation. Chad Dillard to his left. And a handoff to Dillard up the middle. Picks up only, well, really barely gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Well, that'll bring up a 3rd down and 8. Oh, they moved him right ahead, didn't they? So now you're looking more like a 3rd and 6. The ball is on the 35-yard line of Berryhill. Walker in the shotgun formation, looking to the coaches to see what they're going to call, make a little adjustment. Walker takes the snap, hands off to number 7. That's Chad Dillard, who bowls his way forward past the first down marker and brought down by number 3, Peyton Carmen. First down for Berryhill. They will launch their next series from the 45-yard line. 1st and 10, their own 45. Walker in the backfield, ready to take the shotgun snap, which he does. He throws a quick pass over the left side to number 6, who picks up a considerable amount of yards. That's Caleb Hayes, who started at the 45-yard line, and after catching a quick pass over the middle, scampered to the marked place of the 26-yard line. So that was almost a 30-yard pickup by Berryhill, who's now at Cushing's 26-yard line. Walker in the shotgun formation, looks to the sideline for the coach's audible or play calling, backs up a little bit. Receiver split wide right and left, but he hands the ball off back to Millard, number 7. Kind of their bread and butter is Millard over the left or right side. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 11. Remembering that Cushing does have the advantage here because Berryhill needs a score and can't play conservatively at all. 2nd and 11 from the Cushing 26. Walker takes the shotgun, passes to the right to Millard, number 7, who is wrapped up by the Tigers. After about a 4-yard play, the flag comes in late, and there might be, well, I'm not going to offer my conjecture here as to what it's going to be, but a flag did come into the play after the tackle. I may see a face mask motion. What are you going to call there? Holding on Berryhill. So that will negate that gain. That'll roll the ball back to the 31-yard line of Cushing, where Berryhill will have a 2nd and 15. And on that particular play, instead of running to Chad Dillard, Walker passed a quick, just kind of a quick running back flare out to the right side. Cushing caught it and brought it down, but there was a hold anyway. Walker takes the shotgun snap. Quick pass to the right sideline. And we are seeing that pass was caught. Short pass to the right sideline. Really just picked up about 3 or 4 yards. That'll make it 3rd down and 11 for the Tigers. For Berryhill. At Cushing's 27-yard line, Berryhill set up in the familiar fashion. 3 receivers wide left, 1 to the right. Walker in the shotgun formation. Back to pass. Here comes Cushing. Oh! Number 64, Colton Ferris. Wait, now there's a bunch of things were happening there. Now it's another flag's flying. Some tempers flaring on the part of, now that was Aaron Hudson for Berryhill, who seemed to be mad about something. And, number 3. Let's see what happens here. Peyton Carmen, number 3, got into some kind of tussle with one of the Berryhill players. Now that was after the play was already over. That would have brought up a 4th down play. And we see laundry all over the field. There's 3 flags over there. The referees conferring now. Officials conferring on what they're going to do. And so we'll see what happens here. The official's still sorting it out. talking about it. Could be one of those situations where now Berryhill going back to their sideline. And let's see what we have. Here comes the referee. Dead ball, personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct, and dead ball, personal foul, sportsmanlike conduct against Berryhill. A 30-yard penalty on Berryhill. 2 unsportsmanlike calls against Berryhill. That'll push them back to the 43-yard line. And so somebody with some math skills is going to have to add that one up, because it's now going to be 4th and 43, 4th and 41. So I'm not sure what you pull out of the playbook for that one, except yeah, I guess a punt would be the obvious thing there. And there comes number 21, Justin Dunn, the senior kicker. And 9:26 left in the fourth quarter. Berryhill will now punt after receiving 2 personal fouls, a 30-yard penalty. And they'll be kicking from their own 43-yard line. Trey Morris back deep. And you got to think that Berryhill saying, don't kick it to him. Kick it elsewhere. Now, we've seen in the last 2 weeks, Morris take back the 2 long touchdown runs from the kickoffs. And the officials still standing over the ball, trying to straighten all this out. I'm not sure exactly what happened down there. There was a lot of action on the right side, and then we saw a couple of Berryhill players kind of chesting up to a couple of the Cushing players, and about that time all the flags came in, and then we had the 2 personal fouls and unsportsmanlike conduct on Berryhill, which was a 30-yard penalty. Not sure I've seen a 30-yard penalty in some time. I don't even remember the last time I saw a 30-yard penalty. But we saw one here tonight, along with a 100-yard run back. So you got to like that. The official's still talking about it. Now, that's the referee is on the far visiting sideline talking with the Berryhill coach. That's got to be Pat Harper about what happened. Harper, of course, not happy. Berryhill now coming up to the line in punt formation. Trey Morris, number 18, is deep. Number 2, Kyler Patterson, the backup quarterback, is the short receiver. 21, Justin Dunn, the punter, ready to put it up. He's got the wind at his back. Should see a pretty good kick out of this. Snap's not too bad. He gets it high, but it's a wobbly kick, and the Tigers just better stay out of the way, which they do. Start running toward the sideline. That's the way you coach him up. 9:15 remaining in the fourth quarter, and that punt pretty much didn't really go that far. We're going to look at 10, 20, 25, 28 yards, and as it was in the air, the Cushing Tigers ran for the sideline, so it wouldn't hit anybody. Now the Tigers have the ball. It's time to run some of this clock off of here. I mean, they got to get it started, but then I would be, well, not that I'm the person that should decide, but run that play clock down and start taking some chunks of time off this clock. Ian Jones, shotgun formation. I'm going to go with some of their bread and butter. That's Josh Houchins over the left side. More laundry on the field. Flag thrown by the referee. He's going to call holding. And he's going to say it's on. He's going to call that on number 82, Levi Heron. They were talking with one another. And that'll be holding on Cushing. And a chop block is what they're going to call on that one. So blocking beneath the waist, and big emphasis on safety this year. And of course, 15-yard penalty. That's a severe one for Cushing. They didn't need that. They need to run some time off the clock. And now they've got a first and 25. So they'll have to make up for that in a serious way. And Cushing back to the line. They're on their own 22-yard line with a first and 20. And here the referees explaining to the Cushing coaches what happened. And Cushing coach Barrett Shoup not happy at all with that call, trying to say, hey, I know you're trying to call a game here, but wait a minute. Line judge now telling Coach Shoup, hey, it's all right, put his hand on his shoulder, and Coach Shoup is begrudgingly nodding his head and moving back to the sideline. Yes. All right, so the Tigers back up to the 22-yard line of their own 22-yard line. And Ian Jones in the shotgun, 3 running backs in the backfield. Snap is low. He takes off to the right, breaks through the line, and gets about 6 yards. That'll bring up a second and 14. And then we see a lot of substitutions come in. Houchins is back in. Trey Morris. 82, Levi Herron. Number 7, Donovan Martin, junior wide receiver. Haven't seen him too much tonight. They might be looking pass here. Again, 2 receivers wide left. Jones in the backfield. Jumbo line to provide protection. Houchins behind Jones. Second and 14. And the handoff is to Houchins over the right side, who gets his way up to about the 37-yard line. And that will bring up a 3rd and 6 or 7. About 3rd and 7. They'll start from their 36. Cushing back up to the line. The diamond formation with Jones in the shotgun with a running back on either side and one behind him. Honeybus is split left. And they are working the play clock. Jones doesn't really get anywhere. He's dragged down by several Berryhill players. I think they're playing it safe there, not wanting to give up any fumbles or interception or anything. Of course, the Tigers up by a touchdown, and so one score squares it. So they're really fighting to keep that 1 touchdown lead. And now it'll be 4th and 8 from the Cushing 36-yard line. And that will bring the punt team on. And if the Tigers are ever going to get a good kick out of Terry Barnes, number 2, they need one now. And it's a tall order since the wind is very stiff. That flag's still blowing just straight out of the north. So we'll see if he can spiral the ball down the field a little bit. Pretty short kick. It does take a good roll, but not too far. It gets down to about the 41-yard line. Tough to kick in the wind like that. And now the Tigers will turn the ball over to Berryhill. They will be starting this drive from the 41-yard line. 1st and 10. There's Walker again in the backfield with the familiar Chad Dillard. Cushing now with 5 defenders on the line, 2 linebackers in the middle. Kind of a 5-2-4 defense. Dillard pushing, keeps his legs turning over the left side, really just picks up about 3 yards maybe. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 6. Berryhill back up to the line on their own 44-yard line. Shotgun snap to Walker over the left side. He takes a design quarterback run, keeps powering forward, is able to get the first down, but no indication from the official. At first it appeared as if there might be a fumble, but that is not the case. Berryhill maintains the ball, and that will be a first down for Berryhill, who are now in Cushing territory on the Cushing 48-yard line. Berryhill up to the line, 1st and 10 from the Cushing 48. Walker in the shotgun, Dillard to his left. Hands off to Dillard over the right side. Boom. Met by a few Cushing Tigers. Number 3, Peyton Carmen, junior linebacker, and Levi Heron, who is the junior defensive lineman, often playing the defensive tackle position.
2-yard gain. Second down, 8.
That will take the ball to the 46-yard line. It will be 2nd and 8 for Berryhill. 2 receivers split wide right, 1 left. Walker in the backfield, takes a shotgun snap, takes the ball himself, running over the left side. He's met by number 34, Levi Murray, who wraps up the Berryhill quarterback and brings him down for a loss. I don't know where the referee's going with the ball. I guess they're saying his forward motion stopped there at about the 48. Looked like they gave him a few yards there, but the refs are down there seeing what's happening. So his forward progress stopped at the 48. That was a loss, so it'll be 3rd and 10 for Berryhill. Walker again, the shotgun formation. Dillard also in the backfield. Here comes the Cushing rush. A long pass down the field. That was kind of strange. It was like a low pass, I guess. I'm not sure what happened there over on that far right sideline. On the coverage was number 1, Hosea Wright, sophomore defensive back, who held him now. 4th and 10 with 4 minutes left. It's 21-14. Berryhill's got to go for it here. They need a first down. So this will be where Cushing has a chance to stop Berryhill. Shotgun formation. Walker back. He looks to pass. Long pass downfield. The receiver is open. Catches the ball at about the 20, 25, 15, 10, 5-yard line. Number 8, Trey Carruthers, senior wide receiver, catches a pass out on the right side, a flare pass, and gets down to about the 5-yard line. That'll make Berryhill fans happy, but Cushing Tiger fans not so happy. Tigers just about held them, but now it's getting a little more tense here. Berryhill on the 5-yard line of the Cushing Tigers. 3:43 left in the 4th quarter. Walker takes a snap. There's Dillard up the middle. He might pick up 1 or 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and goal from the Cushing 3-yard line. Second and goal from the 4-yard line. Not quite as far as I thought it was. Berryhill waiting to take the play from the coaches. The line huddles up, moving forward. Walker in the shotgun formation. Takes the snap. He'll run it himself, and he is met by a host of Cushing Tigers, but is able to get across the goal line. And that will be a touchdown for Berryhill, which will bring the score to 21-20. Now, Berryhill will not go for 2, it looks like. They will go ahead and take the security of their highly touted kicker, Justin Dunn, with the win. This should be specialty for him and could easily tie the game 21-all. The snap, the hold's good, the kick is up. Blocked! It's blocked! It's blocked. Cushing blocks the extra point. 21-20 is the score as it will remain. The Cushing Tigers break through the line, and no matter whether the kicker was dependable or not, the line let the Tigers through, and that will do a lot of good things for the Tigers here. They can think about starting to run the clock out. It looks not on the extra point. I think it dies on the extra point. So, Tigers 21, Berryhill 20. You're listening to Cushing Tiger Football on 1600 KUSH.
Producers here in the Oklahoma oil patch need low-pressure gas service to help assure their oil production, especially if they're operating stripper wells. Well, that's most everybody. Keystone Gas Corporation offers the low-pressure gas services that producers need across the Cushing field. And they know how important natural gas sales are to the industry's economics. Producers need to know there is an option with fair pricing, the best service, and people who truly care. Call Keystone Gas for an evaluation of your natural gas sales today at 918-352-2443. That's 918-352-2443. Or write us at info@keystonegas.com. See our website, keystonegas.com. Keystone Gas Corporation, Oklahoma owned and Oklahoma proud.
And we're back at Odell Field. Berryhill ready to kick off. The Cushing's good hand team up front. And they'll go ahead and kick it away. The ball will roll out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cushing will get it on the 20-yard line. Some speculation that Berryhill might try an onside kick, but they're thinking maybe their defense can potentially hold Cushing. Cushing needs a first down. I don't see any timeouts left for Berryhill. There are Okay. Well, so do they have? Does Berryhill have? Yeah, Berryhill. Okay, thank you, Jim. So Berryhill does have 3 timeouts left. Cushing with the ball in shotgun formation. They'll run Parker. Guy Parker over the left side. Brought down after just maybe a yard pickup. Cushing, of course, starting at their own 20 after the touchback. They're now at their own 21. 2:34 left in the fourth quarter. Tigers up 21-20, trying to protect their lead. Berryhill, of course, hoping to stop them. If you're Cushing, you want to run that play clock down. Take your time. Play clock down to 11 now, and that's just what they're doing. Play clock at 5, 4. Snap the ball. Little handoff over the left side to Josh Houchins. Now 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And Berryhill will take a timeout. We'll take a timeout too. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Cushing Tiger Football on 1600 KUSH.
Dr. Robert Mullins at Natural Choice Chiropractic invites you to enjoy better health naturally. Natural Choice Chiropractic is focused on healing techniques that are non-invasive in nature. To help achieve your goal of optimum health, call Dr. Mullins today at 918-225-1973. That's 918-225-1973. Or visit his website at naturalchoicechiropractic.net.
Fechner Pump and Supply has been serving the oil and gas industry for almost 32 years. They have an extensive inventory of parts, pumps, polypipe, and stainless steel. Fechner Pump and Supply has 2 locations, one in Cushing at 1402 North Little and in Alva that take pride in providing high-quality supplies, equipment, and repairs. With on-site delivery available 24 hours, John Fechner and the staff are dedicated to striving for a high standard their customers can depend on. Call 918-225-7867. Fechner Pump and Supply.
And we're back. Cushing, third down from their own 22-yard line. Minute 59 left in the fourth quarter. Jones takes the ball. He's rolling right. Oh, intercepted by Berryhill, but there are 2 flags down. The Berryhill player. Reception. Jones running right. Jones running right, passes. Ball's tipped by number 10, Ty Walker, the Berryhill defensive back. So, waiting for the officials to tell us what happened there. The ball was tipped up by a Berryhill defender who then intercepted it, ran it down to the 1-yard line. Berryhill now excited. And holding on Cushing, which will give Berryhill the ball at the 1-yard line of Cushing. What a turnaround. Cushing trying to hold on the ball and in hopes of getting a first down. They try a rollout pass, which is deflected by a Berryhill defender, and then that same defender caught the ball. He tipped it to himself, really, and then returned it down to the 1-yard line. Well, or maybe on the, I'd say maybe the 3-yard line. And Berryhill with the ball, and they're in their running formation there. And now Coach Shoup, Cushing coach, is really giving the referee a tough time there. Of course, he's upset. Cushing didn't have the game in the bag, but Coach Shoup's getting after him. The referee just says go back. Yeah, Shoup's not happy about that one at all. So now minute 45 left in the fourth period. Berryhill on the Cushing 3-yard line after an interception. Walker will tumble across the end zone line for a touchdown, and that will bring the score up to 26-21. And now Berryhill looks like they will not try an extra point, but they will try and go for 2 to get back the point that they lost on the blocked extra point. Berryhill up for the 2-point conversion. Walker barking out the signals. It's a snap over the, and now they're going to try it. Oh my gosh. Let me try and describe to you what just happened. The ball was snapped over the head of number 7, Chad Dillard, who was back in sort of a shotgun formation. It was a designed pass to number 10, Ty Walker. The ball is snapped over the head of Chad Dillard, who then chases the ball down and, as being chased by Cushing Tiger defenders, throws up a prayer pass. And it just happens to be in the right direction to Ty Walker, who then catches it at about the 5-yard line and runs in for the 2-point conversion. So very unusual sequence of events there. You'd think that that would not be a score or a conversion, and it turned out to be so. A busted play turns out 2 points, and now you've got 28-21 Berryhill over the Cushing Tigers with 1:41 left in the fourth period. Pretty wacky sequence of events there. Justin Dunn will line up to kick. It's high school football. You just never know what's going to happen. So the Tigers down by 7. They're not out of it by any means, but they got to make some hay coming out of this series. There's the knuckleball kick. Morris gets it, drops it, picks it up at the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, escapes the defender, gets to the 31-yard line. Kind of miraculous run back. That kicker, Justin Dunn, kicked a knuckleball straight down the field. It hit Morris right in his shoulder pads, right in his chest. He bobbled it and picked it up and still picked up 25 yards on the return. So the Tigers will have the ball 1st and 10 from the 30 with 1:31 left to play. And they need to take action here, make something happen. Jones in the backfield by himself. He rolls to the left. There's a pass to number 1, who is not able to bring it down. That's Hosea Wright. The ball hit him in the hands. He just wasn't quite able to hold on to it. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 10. He did have a Berryhill defender hanging on him, but the ball was there and was not able to bring it down. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Cushing Tigers. Jones in the backfield by himself there. 3 receivers split left, 1 to the right. He rolls left again. Launches being chased by Berryhill defenders. There's another flag on the play, so we'll just watch this and see what happens there. Honeybus works his way back to the ball, as we talked about earlier, but there is a flag back there, and so we don't know what's going on yet. A lot of conjecture as to what it actually is, but and that's what we talked about Honeybus earlier in the game when he did not come back for the ball, and that one he did come back for the ball. So did what he was supposed to there. Pulled it in. Kind of a sliding catch down at the 43, 42-yard line. So that was about a 27-yard pickup. Interference on Berryhill. Interference on Berryhill. So they'll decline that. So Cushing can have the ball on the Berryhill 43-yard line. Tigers not saying it's over because they are driving down the field. 1:11 left. Cushing down by a touchdown at the Berryhill 43-yard line. Jones in the backfield. Takes the shotgun snap, runs over the right side, picks up 10 yards. He's at the 30. He's at the 25. He breaks a couple of tackles. He gets down to the 20-yard line when he's finally dragged down by a couple of Berryhill defenders. A good 23-yard pickup by number 14, Ian Jones, the senior quarterback, putting the team on his shoulders. I'm sure he feels bad about that interception. Trying to do something here to bring the Tigers back. 57 seconds left. Berryhill 28, Tigers 21. Jones in the backfield. Ready to take the shotgun snap. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers wide right. Jones again, trying to inch his way through the line. He gets up to about the 14-yard line. There's 44 seconds left. 40 seconds left, 39 seconds. Down to about 37. Jones in the backfield, ready to take the snap. 30 seconds left in the 4th quarter. There's a pass to the right side, picked up by number 8, who makes a move, gets down to the 2-yard line, and the clock will stop. Okay, Cushing does have a timeout. .6 seconds left. Clock is rolling, and Jones will spike the ball. Ball is on the 2-yard line. So Cushing just has 1 timeout left. Tigers back up to the line. 16's left. 2nd down and goal. Jones under center, takes a snap, barrels forward on the quarterback sneak, and does not make it. Cushing will call a timeout.
2 seconds remaining in the ball game.
We'll come back in 30 seconds, Joyce. 30 seconds. You're listening to Cushing Tiger Football on 1600 KUSH.
Central Tech connects employers to job seekers in the Central Tech District with a new online employment service. So if you're looking for a new job, or if your company has job openings to post, then check out the new employment service on centraltech.edu. Central Tech, a member of the Oklahoma Career Tech System, fulfilling the mission, a job for every Oklahoman and workforce for every company. Again, Central Tech Employment Services can be found by visiting centraltech.edu.
We're back at Odell Field, 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Cushing coming out. First and goal. We're hearing they have one timeout left. First and goal on the 1 yard line. Down 28-21. Jones under center. Quarterback sneak. Call it, then timeout. You call your timeout. And they did not make it. My goodness. Cushing tries the quarterback sneak. Is not able to get in the end zone. 2.6 seconds left. The Tigers call their final timeout.
4th down, 8 inches.
A lot of chaos going on here between the coaches on the field. Oh, that's the issue. Coach is saying there should be 4.4 seconds on the clock.
4th down, left of the yard.
And they do put 4.4 back on the clock. It is 4th and goal on the 1 inch line. Tigers coming back out, 4.4 seconds left. This is 4th and goal on the 1 yard line. Jones under center. It's muscle against muscle here. Jones up to the center. He'll squat behind the center. The referee says run the clock. There's the snap. Tigers pushing him across. Tigers roaring! Touchdown! Ian Jones on the quarterback sneak. That will bring the score 28-27. So now the big question is, do the Tigers bring out Bosworth, who's had trouble kicking, or do they go ahead and run for the conversion to try and go ahead? It looks like they are going to go, it looks like they're going for 2. That's what it's all about here, ladies and gentlemen, high school football. Berryhill 28, Tigers 27. Trying to decide. It looks like they're going to go for the conversion. If they make it, they win. If they don't make it, they lose. It's a tense situation here at Odell Field in Cushing this evening, ladies and gentlemen. One play is going to tell us the story. Jones in the backfield. He takes a snap, runs left, hands off to the left. Berryhill is able to stop the runner. Number 23, they really popped him too. He's having a hard time getting up. Dakota Lee, the recipient of the ball. Berryhill jubilantly runs off the field. Now, there's something else going on that is not clear. So the officials talking. Coach Shoop's all the way out in the out on the field, the 10-yard line, talking with the officials. Tigers come back to the sideline. 23, Dakota Lee, the running back, really looks like he got stung, and he was stacked up. by Berryhill. The officials not even sure what they're discussing now. Really? Wow. Berryhill called timeout before the play? We're waiting to see what's going on here. Oh, they gave him the timeout. Wow. Wow. Berryhill called a timeout just before the play started. So even though they stopped the runner, the ball was already dead. So now Cushing will have to decide again if they want to go for 2. So now Berryhill, sort of stunned, the defenders are having to roll back out on the field. The Berryhill coach saying, hey, what's going on here? Even though they called the timeout. And he, of course, isn't happy with what's going on. Cushing Tigers, though, taking the opportunity to huddle up and plan what they're going to do next. Meanwhile, Berryhill's coach is complaining to the ref. He should probably be focusing on his players and not what's already happened. He can't change what's already happened. Pretty outrageous turn of events here this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Berryhill defenders will come back out on the field. Cushing Tigers will get another chance to score the conversion. Thinking about their play now. Now they're coming back off again. Okay, there go the Tigers going out for the conversion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is pretty outrageous here. The fans really getting after it. There's the Berryhill defenders slowly coming back out. And that's got to be kind of dejecting in that they were sure that they'd stopped them and won, and the coach had called the timeout, so that's got to be on him. And while the Berryhill coach continues talking with the referee, the Cushing sideline is rumbling over here. All the Cushing fans standing up. The Cushing Tigers out on the field, hitting one another on the shoulder pads, bouncing up and down, trying to warm up. They have been standing out there in the cold wind here for about the last couple of minutes. So we'll see what's going to happen next. Still 54 degrees. It hadn't really dropped too much since the sun went down. But that wind coming out of the north has got to make it a little chilly out there for everybody. We have a little wind sneaking through the window here in the press box. It makes it a little bit cold. And the Tigers will be discussing what kind of play they are going to run. Of course, you know, we're just sideline observers here. I wouldn't say what they should or shouldn't do. They've had a lot of success over that right side throughout the game today. I think they might think about running over the right side over number 75. Of course, they're going to bunch up the defensive line there. I think you'll find out wherever Hassan Plug is, number 45, and run the other way. Wherever he is, run the opposite direction. The referee still having a conversation with the Berryhill coach. Both are very emphatic. The referee's moving his arms around, saying this and that, and then the Berryhill coach is also being very emphatic and moving his arms around. Cushing fans very interested in what's going to happen next, of course. And it's quite an interesting scenario here. 9:42. This game's been going on for over 2 hours now. And we're about to have another tense moment. So we just had one of those critical moments. High school football 1 second or 1.5 seconds left. It was 4.4 when that play took off, and it was a winner-lose situation. So when he didn't make it, the Cushing runner, Dakota Lee, did not make it. Like, okay, well, that's it. And then all of a sudden, it's not it. And here we are again with another play for Cushing to see if they can score the 2. Okay, the Berryhill coaches finally back over to their sideline. The Berryhill players out there at the 3-yard line. Here come the Tigers for their conversion. Press box really rumbling, the stadium rumbling, people jumping up and down. Jones in the shotgun formation. He takes the snap. He fakes left. There's an open receiver, and he overthrows him. Ian Jones took the snap, turned to the right side. For a heartbeat, it looked like he had open field. And then a receiver, number 26, Tyler Watkins, was open in the corner of the end zone, but between hesitating, perhaps trying to decide whether to take off or run or to throw to the open receiver, he threw it over the outstretched arms of Watkins and out of bounds. Watkins really didn't have a play on the ball, and so that will doesn't bode well for the end of the game. And of course, we see the Berryhill fans and band doing their tomahawk chop, which we really don't like to see as a caricature of American Indian life. And so celebrating in all the wrong ways as far as we're concerned over here on this sideline. And unfortunately, the Tigers not able to convert. And the score is 28-27. 1.5 seconds left. About all they can hope for is some kind of crazy ball up in the air that they might be able to grab and head down the field with. So a crazy game here. The last 2 minutes. Cushing seemingly, all right. Take care. Good to see you, Calvin. Cushing seemingly having it in hand, throwing an interception. We'll go through all that here again in a little bit, but right now it's an onside kick opportunity, and we'll try and get the ball up in the air, and maybe something crazy will happen here as Cushing goes to kick it off. There's a little stutter kick, and it is recovered with no time on the clock. Well, let's see what they're going to do here. And that'll be the ball game. Berryhill 28, Cushing Tigers 27. Crazy, crazy game. We'll be back. You're listening to 1600 KUSH, Cushing Tiger football.
The Cushing Tigers know it takes hard work to reach their goals. This applies not only to football, but to personal finances as well. You work hard for your money, and you deserve to have a portfolio that works just as hard as you do. Grant McNeil, CFP, your Edward Jones financial advisor, can help. If your investments aren't putting forth the effort, call 918-225-3004 or stop by his office at 108 West Broadway in Cushing to set up a free portfolio review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Hey, this is Cap from Cap's Barbecue, and we're opening a new barbecue joint in Cushing at 2320 East Main. Daily specials, including a daily lunch special for only $6.99. Family dinners for 2 and for 4. Open 7 days a week in Okmulgee and Tulsa, and coming this fall to Cushing. Come in and watch the games on the big screen. Be sure to check out our website, capsbbq.com, and like us on Facebook. We're Cap's Barbecue. Our meat melts in your mouth.
An outrageously crazy game in the last couple of minutes. It's just hard. Oh, the stream's gone? Or did he shut it down? We're still on the air, though, no matter what. So, Cushing Tigers, crazy end to a crazy game. 2 minutes left. Tigers had it in hand, threw an interception. The Berryhill team comes down, scores. Then Cushing makes it all the way back down the field, where they then score and have an opportunity to win the game on a 2-point conversion, which is then stopped, but because Berryhill called a timeout, it didn't count, so they got to run it again. And the Cushing quarterback, Ian Jones, threw the ball over the outstretched hands of the receiver, and that was that. After a meaningless onside kick, the game completed with Cushing coming up on the short end, 28-27. An exciting game here, but that's going to do it for us. Aaron, what do you think about that? Well, it bodes well for the Cushing Tigers, though. They really stood up to the number 10 ranked Berryhill team and will, I think, have a strong season. This should be a good learning opportunity. They really grew a lot on this particular situation, and so we'll look forward to see what's going to happen next, which is going to Cleveland next week. And we've been to Cleveland, or we've played Cleveland. This will be the 9th year in a row. We beat the Cleveland Tigers last year 35-0. So hopefully we'll get some good experience there before we head into division play. Now, of course, Berryhill is a 3A team. They're in Division 5. So this is not our division. That won't start for another couple of weeks at Perkins. But next week we'll be at 4A Cleveland, who did lose in the first round of the playoffs last year. They lost a lot of seniors. So we'll be dealing with them next week, and that game time is at 7:30. So we're going to wrap it up here this morning. It feels like morning. It seems like we've been here all night. And we will thank our crew here, and that's producer Aaron Kelly, Matt Nichols running the camera upstairs, and our technical director, Joyce Abrams, back at the station. My name's Hugh Foley. Been a pleasure being here for you this evening, and we'll be back next Friday night at 7 for our pregame and kickoff at 7:30 from Cleveland. We take it on the road next week. You've been listening to Cushing Tiger Football on 1600 KUSH.
You have been listening to 1600 KUSH. Again, your final score, Berryhill 28, Cushing 27. We now return you to Yahoo Sports.